And there we go. And the voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my way. If I can be strong,
I'll be strong.
I will know every mile will be worth my while. Hey guys, it's the real Randy Chavez. Before we get started, this is Justin and this is Steph. Say hello, everybody.
What's up, guys?
We got at Hey David Don, at King Mavs Forever, Standoff Chart and King Mavs on the Veve app, Kobe Collects and Omi Player One over on the YouTube, Powers of X up here, Kobe Collects down here, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Golden Assets, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, all on the YouTube, at EQ_crypto, at Wet Wizard Veve, Gary O at 1234CA3 on the Twitter, DerekBrad.com/pages/VV-photography, AfroDroidLegends.com, YouStayGlassy.store, WoundedWarriorProject.org, AffinityHypnotherapy.com.au, Charles Merkel, Veve Darklink, Cavell Anderson, and Veve Vibes is over there, along with Dashi. Say goodbye to Dashi. And my boy Mayard, and that's it. Okay. How are y'all doing today?
I need to get on that fridge.
How about you?
I'm doing well. What did you say, Justin, about the fridge?
I need to get on it.
You do. It's 2 alligator Lokis per month, and you can get on the fridge.
Oh my god, I only have like 2 commons right now. That's impossible.
So you guys got in. Well, Seb, you got in like last month to the Veve app, and for those of you that don't know, these guys are. You guys both worked at Disney for periods of time, and this is something that you specialize in. And is Disney why you guys got in the app? Or is it you just see me posting on Facebook about like NFTs?
No, that's money? I would say that's the number one reason why I got in the app. I had heard, which I am regretting it now, I had heard a little bit of something that the golden moments were going to drop, but I signed up for the app. Like I have the email from November and everything. And I was not on it. And then I eventually was like, let me check out the app again. And then got on it too late and whatever. Better late than never, right?
Agreed 100%. And what about you, Jess? When did you get in?
I've been super lucky, and most drops that I actually participate in, I get like 2 to 3 like per like I don't know how I sit there for 5 minutes and I keep spamming the button, and eventually I can usually buy up to 2 is the most.
Hey, you're lucky.
Sometimes 3.
Have you tried that recently?
It didn't work during any of the golden moments. I kept putting in hundreds of dollars into the app, and then that one was impossible, and I was very upset about that.
You had the magic touch, though.
Yeah, that was great.
The Disney magic touch. You have to use the 2 fingers right there.
Right.
Where's my hand? There it is.
It does say used to play video games a lot, and we got very good at like matching those buttons.
Right.
Ready? Watch this.
Damn.
Mario Party.
Skateboard scamper for Mario Party.
That's funny.
But when did I get in the Veve app? I got in when I listened to my crazy friend talk about me having to spend all my money on crypto and Omi, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I told you a while ago. I was like, I'm all in. Did you get in when I told you to buy into like Tesla or buy into Pokemon cards, or are you just like this time?
Well, the Pokemon card thing was done. I had a lot of Pokemon. I had a lot of money in Pokemon cards, but my siblings drew on them with crayons and stuff like that.
I remember that.
And that was I think I traumatized them. They have PTSD from me screaming at them when I came home from school that day. And then I think I bought a couple. I would buy like $500 worth, like a case from Tri County Flea Market.
Oh, I remember that.
And I would have that guy send me a bunch of Pokemon cards, but I don't know where they are anymore.
So you guys know of the golden moments, and Steamboat Willie. Have you seen the new NFTs that are coming this Saturday from Disney?
Yes.
Justin, have you seen it?
For sure.
I saw them in the preview to this.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool. I actually wanted to talk to you about something too with these trading cards. Something I'm not really, obviously don't work for Veve and whatever, but I believe what's his name, Gary V is doing the recur, and I think they have some Nickelodeon stuff, but back in the mid 2000s, Nickelodeon.com had this trading card thing that you used to go on to nick.com, and you used to buy packs of cards, and there was different rarities and stuff like that, and you could trade them on an open market. And it was crazy because you would get like Nick points, and you could redeem the Nick points to get bigger things. And there was like Jimmy Neutron cards and not Powerpuff Girls,
What
Jimmy
year was
Neutron
this?
ones. This was like I'll find something online because I've researched it, and there's not that much. There's a few Reddit posts with some screenshots, but like
Right.
you can't find it. It's like lost media.
Right.
And I don't know. I remember it being taken away, and I remember Nickelodeon apologizing and saying, "Hey guys, we're discontinuing the service." I think Mothers Against Destructive Decisions or some type of gambling problem. It had something to do with gambling, I think, because kids were getting addicted to like getting the cards and stuff like that. And there was no money. You just had to log on to Nickelodeon.com every single day, and you can get up to a certain amount of points, and then you can redeem those points for trading packs.
So this is addicting.
Yeah, so addicting. So I'm gonna go ham with this Disney stuff. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Okay. So you guys are pretty much, you're gonna skip the drop on Friday, which is a new Spider-Man drop, and you're just gonna huddle all this stuff for Saturday, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
So I already said I need to try to get everyone.
Okay. All the cards.
Yeah.
Right. So I think and again, it's obviously easier if you have like a little bit of money. The Mickey Mouse and the Minnie Mouse, I don't know. They tend to put the most popular as the common, the ones with a lot of them each, a lot of mints. So that 13,000, almost 14,000 of those each. Do you think they did that right with this one? Like, do you think Mickey and Minnie are the most popular, and then do you think Goofy is the least popular, and that's why he's a secret rare? I mean, he looks like something out of like he looks a little sus. Like he looks not.
Oh, they finally released who is what?
Yeah, they did. So Goofy is the secret rare. There's only 4,444 of him.
Wow.
And he looks
I can't
but he just looks so he looks like someone that you might not that you might want to stay away from. But yeah, so they did that. The Mickey and Minnie are both common. The Donald Duck is an uncommon. The Daisy Duck is a rare. The Pluto is an ultra rare, and the Goofy is the secret rare.
Okay.
So which one are you guys? I mean, I know you're trying for all of them, Seth, but what is there any significance?
I mean, for me, I feel like I'm not shocked at Goofy being the secret rare because once I started seeing them post about this drop, I started seeing everybody see like, I need Goofy. Goofy's my guy. I need Goofy. Goofy's my guy. And I feel like maybe a lot of people might like Goofy more because of the Goofy movie. Like that.
Oh, I should have sung that.
That is such a big deal for like people in at least my age group. I'm an 80s kid. 88 I was born, so I grew up on 90s Disney's movies, so Powerline, Goofy movie, that was my thing.
I sing that a lot. I sing like,
I know, I've seen you sing it before.
Okay, yeah, so maybe he's like the sleeper. Where did you see that people were going crazy for Goofy?
It was like on Facebook.
Okay.
When they posted, let me see if I could see some of the comments.
I've got myself a notion.
Well, here, look. As soon as I open it,
you'd understand.
As soon as you open it.
Yeah. Okay.
Goofy's my spirit animal. I like Goofy.
Oh, that's okay. That's really interesting. I didn't see that. And Dan Charbel brings up a good point. He says Goofy's relatable, and he's right because Goofy is the only one that I know of that actually has a kid. I think Mickey does have nephews, and Donald might have nephews as well, but Goofy has that kid, the missing mom thing, for Max. So that's. Do you guys know the lore? Is there any lore behind that who Max's mom is, who Goofy copulated with?
I've never had any knowledge of any storyline of Goofy's mom.
Okay. Or Goofy's wife, Max's mom? No. Yeah, no.
Nope.
Okay. Any lore about these characters or any interesting things that you guys might know for working for Disney for so long that us casual fans might not know?
Facts.
If you want to try the fit at Typhoon Lagoon, that's the place, right? Or in Blizzard Beach, the water parks.
Yeah, that's one of the water parks.
Yeah, so the whoever is inside that Goofy costume has the skinniest legs in the world.
That's funny.
Oh, I guess because they're
like over 6 feet tall, and their legs are just very small in those tights.
Okay, so I guess that's some knowledge that nobody else would know.
I don't have a fact about the Fab Five, but I do have one about Wally that a lot of people might not know.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Whenever you guys get the chance, whenever this live is over, go on YouTube and just search Hidden Wallies. You're gonna see that Wally has been in almost every Pixar movie, like starting from Toy Story.
Oh wait, before he was even like a character in a movie, he was in. Okay, so it's kind of like the Pixar car, but
he's like a hidden Easter egg.
Oh, okay. So is that why? That's probably why they put them out together then. The Pizza Planet truck and Wally in the same set.
That's probably why they put them out together. Shoot. Let me see if I see the video.
So I'm actually looking at it now. Yeah. And this was made like 13 years ago. So it's probably a lot of stuff since then. Oh, wow.
I remember working at Disney, and me and my friends on the weekends when we were off, we would go around looking for the hidden Mickeys everywhere. We would go to like a bunch of the stores. You can find them like on the ceiling in the store. Or, yeah.
You could literally spend the whole day doing that.
Yep. I don't think I ever found them all.
How many are there?
I feel like it's impossible to find them all.
Yeah, let's find out. How many hidden Mickeys are there?
Oh, you asking Alexa?
Yeah. How many?
It has to be a lot. There's a whole book dedicated to it.
There are approximately 1,000 hidden Mickeys that have been recorded, but there's never a complete list or known database.
Oh man. So nobody did they section it off to people like, hey, put in like 20 hidden Mickeys in this park, and you put in like 6 hidden Mickeys in this thing?
The Disney Imagineers, when they make the stuff, I guess they decide to stamp them in random places. Like a signature.
Shots fired.
Yeah, so everything at Disney is super thought out and super themed. Yeah. So they'll have an entire team come in and just top to bottom Disney-fy it. And it'll be like the littlest things you'll find hidden Mickeys in. Like you'd have to stare at something in order to see it.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to find them sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes they were like, it would be so like there's one where it's a cloud, but it's in the shape of Mickey with the 2 ears and the face, and you would never guess that. I was staring at it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I guess I see it.
Oh man, That's so cool the way they do that, and you guys both worked at Disney World in Florida, right? Not Disneyland in Cali.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
What are some of the main differences, if you guys know, that people that were, or did you have any transfers from one park to another? Like, yeah, I was at Disney over in California, and then they transferred to you guys.
I think I've met some people that came from Cali. There's people that come from all over. They do have like a college program too. I don't know if they.
That's where I came from.
Are doing that now. I know during COVID they let the whole college program go. But that would bring in people from overseas. You would see a lot of those cast members, I would say, in Epcot because they have the World Showcase. So they would specifically put like people from Italy in the Italy pavilion and people from Japan in the Japan pavilion.
That makes sense.
Like the most authentic feel that you could get. Like they go that hard with their detail.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Have you guys seen any, or out of all these characters that have come out now, between the Disney Golden Moments, between Steamboat Willie and these cards, who's missing that you guys like? Come on, like, can we get them in here? They're not here yet. That you guys really want?
Sorcerer.
Mickey. I know there's like hundreds of characters. Oh, Sorcerer Mickey.
Sorcerer Mickey.
Okay. So are these cards only going to be like, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy?
These 6, they're just going to be trading cards, but they have music. Like they're gonna. Okay. There's the first music NFTs on the app, so this is going to be insane.
Oh,
It's
wow,
not
I can
a big deal.
imagine.
And
I'm
I don't
waiting.
know.
I'm waiting for something Little Mermaid. I want everything Little Mermaid.
Okay, yeah, I see. And your poster behind there.
What I think is interesting is when you really sit and think about how much Disney has, like they have their own catalog, then they have
Unbelievable.
their Marvel catalog, and they have their Pixar catalog, and have their Star Wars catalog. There's potential just for never-ending drops. Like
Yeah.
Mickey alone could have 20 different, like
Yeah.
if you look at like Mickey through the years, they can make an NFT of all the different variations of Mickey.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that eventually these drops will not just be, oh yeah, 4 times a week. They'll be every day. There'll be some drops that'll be twice a day. There will become a point where there will no longer be any days without drops. There'll be drops every single day. I don't know if they'll have like Disney Thursday, every Thursday through Saturday. There's a Disney. I mean, it's so huge. You know, Marvel alone, and like you said, they could do that. Are there any Disney drops that you guys would like skip? Be like, maybe not this one. Like any type of, because they have Fox now. Like if they have a whole bunch of The Simpsons, like, I can do without.
I don't think I would skip anything Disney. Or anything under
the money's
Disney.
in it. Yeah.
That's true.
I think it's a smart move. I've known the company just to progressively grow over time and get bigger and bigger. Like the company will even raise its prices every year and people will still flock. Like no matter what, Disney will always survive. They're always creating new content. They're always creating things that people want. Like they just cater to the people, and that's why they're successful.
Yeah. Is there what are you guys' favorite characters? I'm guessing yours would be Little Mermaid.
Well, nah, I wouldn't say. I'd just say as in terms of princesses, I'd say Ariel's up there.
Why Ariel? As opposed to like
actually, because when I was little and I went to Disney parks, I was maybe like 5, 6, 7, and I was very shy, and I was probably a little bit younger because I was very shy, and I remember she was talking to me, and I was so nervous, like I was afraid to meet her because like I don't know, I loved Ariel. It was just like a thing as a baby, and I remember she came over and then she like talked to me, and I don't know, that's it.
So that's why you like redheads.
That's it. Actually, that was when we have the Disney interview when you get hired, that was like the experience I had as to why I wanted to work for Disney. I wanted to create other magic moments for kids and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you interview at casting?
No, it was a cell phone interview. Okay. It was like a 3-stage interview.
Have you ever been to the casting building?
I have, yes. We did
tell everybody how cool the doorknobs are on that building.
How cool are the doorknobs?
Pretty.
They're the doorknobs from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, epic.
Yeah, It's super cool. The whole building is themed, but the doorknobs to the main entrance are the doorknob from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yep.
I love those new movies they had too over the past 10 years, Through the Looking Glass and the ones with Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. That was really good.
What's both you guys' favorite Disney movies?
Oh man.
Well, I think about that. Steph, what's your favorite character?
My favorite character is Jessica Rabbit.
Okay. Is that considered Disney, or would that be considered Warner Brothers?
It once wasn't, but now it is for a number of years.
Okay. But originally was that? I don't know. That's weird. Actually, that whole movie is interesting because that was like
It was a crossover.
It was a partnership, between two separate companies, Looney Tunes and Disney, or whatever it's called. Not Disney.
Favorite Disney? I don't know. I mean, does Marvel count? Infinity War is really good. Really like.
How about this? Classic Disney. What's your favorite
let's
Disney
go with
movie?
like a Disney classic. If you had to go with a Disney classic.
So
and then we'll do Pixar after. We'll do like animated 3D animated.
Because I guess Frozen wouldn't count because that's not really like 90s classic. Like it's not like the Renaissance era.
So that could be your Pixar pick.
Okay. So as for, I don't know, 101 Dalmatians was really good. I really like animals. I really like dogs, and
That's a good pick.
Yeah, that's really good. If you guys ever got to the point where, let's say you had, let's say, an NFT, and let's say you got number 41 Goofy, secret rare, or you got, a really low mint, and suddenly, let's say it's worth a couple thousand, but let's say in the future it's worth like 40 or 50,000. Would you ever sell it?
I wouldn't sell it.
So there's no cash out. There's no. This is it. I'm done. I'm cashing out.
I just feel like for I'm in the app to collect the things that I like, and I know that I want to collect Disney stuff specifically. Like, I can remember texting you, like, when I first started, like, first of all, what should I get? And then I know the second thing I told you was, I'm going to get this Mickey this week. Like, I need to make sure I get a Mickey. Like, I got 2
common Steamboat Willies, and I'm so
I had to get one.
I hate you so
because
much.
I just know, even if it isn't his first appearance, like, it's Steamboat Willie. Not a lot of people, like, I'm an annual pass holder of the parks, so I'm in all these, like, Facebook groups for Disney fiends, Disney annual pass holders, Disney dorks, Disney this, Disney that.
Yes, tell me about that.
Groups,
tell us all about that.
I'm in all of these groups, and there is not one post about NFTs or anything like that in any of them. So nobody in this like, I want to say there's a very small percentage of the Disney community that's aware of these NFTs.
Oh yeah, there's a small percentage of just people in general about what an NFT even is.
I just figured with Disney, they would, at least the people that are really eccentric about Disney would know about that they're releasing NFTs, but I guess they're not. Like, how many people you say are in these groups that are, the Disney pass holders? Like,
let me see. I'll take a look. But
Steph.
I also, yeah.
Oh no, sorry, real fast. Wanted to say the remember the pins, collecting the pins as Disney employees and like all the It's very similar to that. I had people that were annual pass holders coming every single day, like, what pins do you have today? And I'm like,
still have a bunch of my pins.
Wow.
But so just so the pins are something that you can collect.
This group has 253,000 people in it.
And
Let me do a quick search of the word NFT and see if anything comes up.
Oh my god. And that's just Disney. Maybe I messed up. Okay. And
I searched in the top NFT. I filtered it to recent. There is nothing.
Wow.
So out of 250,000 people that love Disney, and that fudge, man. I am so that's really shocking. Like, I figured they would have.
I would say annual pass holders, though, it's a different breed of Disney fan. My stepsister, for example, is one of the has to go to Disney every year with the family, but it's more so like I don't even know what she does. She just likes going to Disney. It's not necessarily like she's a Disney freak about watching stuff or specifically into a certain type of animation or cartoon or show or movie series.
Mm-hmm.
She's just kind of obsessed with the idea of going to Disney every year, making it like a tradition.
I can't wait to move to Florida and go to Universal and Disney like every month. I can't wait.
Here's another example.
Butterbeer.
Here's a group. Yes. Disney World Junkies.
Another
393.1K people are in it.
Wow.
I'm searching the word NFT.
And I'm guessing the groups overlap a little bit, but
the only thing that comes up right now is someone wants to make an NFT of this Figment bucket that people are waiting 8 hours for.
I've heard of that. Yeah, what is that? What is that about?
Apparently, it's this Figment bucket that you can only get at the art festival, and people are waiting hours to get it and resell it.
Oh my god!
But there is no talk of any VV, any NFTs. In a group of 400,000 people.
So the physical collectibles, I know there are some, like, how much percentage of those people go out and say, hey, I'm going to spend this much on the physical, like, Elsa doll or, a Mulan action figure.
There's groups for everything. I see when I used to sell Disney things in these groups, I used to see people selling dolls for thousands of dollars. Like elegant looking dolls in like nice boxes, like looking for trades, like.
Well, we even sold them at Disney World. There was that artist collection where they made like the Japanese princesses and stuff like that. Yeah, it was the Japanese artist, and they made like anime dolls of all the princesses.
Cool. Jesus, so you have that, and imagine. So, do you think that, you know, at first glance, when say like, oh, NFTs, you think some of these people like, like they'll be a little against it because it's not the old way of doing things, or will they be like, oh, the new Disney merch, I need it, even though it is technically virtual and it's not a physical copy?
I think it could go both ways.
Yeah.
There's some people with Disney, they just need to have everything and anything. Like their whole entire house will be Disney.
Yep.
I've caught glimpses of that before, where how friends and their families just like, or like, you know, our cousin, you know, Lauren and you know, Bill and Gina, they they were nuts with it. They would like every year. I'd actually tell that story every now and then, that they would go from the time the park opens and they wouldn't leave until the park closes. I was like, oh my God.
I did have my days where I did that when I was young. I would go the minute the park opened till it closed and experience everything. But that was also before I worked there. Once I started working there, you would go maybe for an hour on your day off. I don't know about you, but I went on my day off to get like a Dole Whip.
Yep.
Just actually, to people watch, sit on the bench.
Disney was the best. We used to sneak in some adult beverages and sippy cups and stuff like that in the stroller, because you're not allowed at the time. You weren't allowed to have adult beverages at Magic Kingdom specifically. And what else? But Universal actually took the cake for me. I would wake up in my pajamas and go straight for the butterbeer. I would get a bunch of frozen butterbeers and then go back to my apartment and just
put the airplane alcohols. I actually I went there like 3 years ago, like on this last week, and I would wear these same pants, and they have like the cargo pants, so I could fit the airplane bottle alcohols in it, or that you get at the gas station, and put it in the butterbeer. You can imagine doing that at Disney as well. Do they now serve alcohol at Disney?
They do in certain parks at the time. Actually, you would know because you were there after me. But I know Magic Kingdom only
alcohol?
Had, I think, yeah.
Magic Kingdom, I think they just changed it within the last year. But the most popular park to drink at is Epcot, because they have that food and wine festival every year.
Yeah, the drink around the world.
Yep.
My friend Dan went there not too long ago, and he said how they get you, because you drink around the world, and then at the end they say like, hey, we can offer you this, and this, and then he's all liquored up. He's like, I want some of this, but I don't have any place to put it. He's like, we'll hold it for you. He's like, I don't know if I could ship it. Like, we'll ship it for you.
They have an answer and solution for everything.
Yep. That was actually a big thing we were trained on, because I was in merchantainment. It's called. Yeah. Everything we just offered to ship it straight to the hotel or ship it directly to the house from there.
Mm-hmm.
That is so great. How much have you guys ever had like big ballers come in, like with say like, hey, I want to rent out this restaurant, or I want to rent out this, you know, this park for like a day, and how much does that cost, or would it cost?
I never had that experience. The only experience where I've had with like high profile people was when I worked at Rock and Roller Coaster, and there was one time that we were there and Mariah Carey came through the building, and she went on the ride and apparently lost one of her earrings inside it was called the Gravity Building.
How much was that?
And she demanded that we shut down the ride to find this earring.
It was probably
like
worth
a whole fiasco for a couple hours. She was like demanding that we shut down this ride for her earring.
Wow. Did you do it?
No, we didn't do it because we can't just stop the whole operation.
Can't stop Disney World from
making a big deal of it.
Was it ever found?
I don't know. I should have I checked in and like made sure if it was ever returned or found, but I ended up leaving after that, so I have no idea.
I would have.
It was one of the big things right before I left. There was another time Steven Tyler came through.
Oh, nice.
And the ride is obviously themed around him. He likes to sit in the back left of the vehicle when he's on the ride.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know why. That's where he would always ask to be seated, back left.
Okay. That's odd weird flex, but all right, it's what it does. So you had celebrities come in. How were they still like kind of like everyone else? Like, wow, this is really cool.
Let me tell you a weird experience I had real fast. So Honey Boo Boo came in. Well, I kind of just blew the story, but I worked at Sweet Spells as one of the stores. It's a candy place on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood Studios. They make like the candy apples and
you were right down the street from me.
Yep, and chocolate covered pineapples and all that. And there's this chubby girl like on the ground, and there's people circling her, and I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, are you okay? What's going on here? And I'm like, someone's on the floor, someone fell. So I go to get my manager, and I come out, and we like kind of separate the crowd, and then we realize it's just Honey Boo Boo eating candy on the floor. Like, and apparently that just caused mass panic.
What's the odds of that? Was she creating a scene? Like, what was?
I don't know if she was being filmed, or I didn't watch the show or anything, but I just know that I thought this girl was injured. Meanwhile, she just was being a little fatty on the floor, eating all of her. Yeah. She was eating the sugar that was pouring out from the machine. She left it open, and it was just kind of like,
oh my god,
coming out
like a pixie stick on steroids.
Yep. And yeah, I was upset because we had to clean up after her. So.
Yeah. Can you film at Disney? Like, can I go and stream?
Yeah.
Not backstage though. You can't.
Oh yeah, not backstage.
Okay.
Disney police did the Disney. They'll get you. I used to have a lot of followers on Vine, and I used to do some stuff, and I got away with it. But that was like my big selling point, and I got in trouble once because I ruined the magic. Let's just put it that way for Darth Vader and about a couple hundred stormtroopers during May the 4th.
What was the magic?
Very serious.
Yeah. So I had some guy in a Hawaiian shirt that was 6'5" that looked like a dad, and he's like, "Hey, what you doing over there?" He's like, "You're gonna have to come with me." And I was like, okay, sure." I had to give him my phone. I had to delete everything, but he was like an old guy, so he didn't understand that it was already uploaded to Vine. So I was like, "Oh, look, I deleted it." Type of thing.
Nice.
That's funny.
So what are some secrets that you can sell now that is kind of gone? That's kind of was back in the day.
I feel good. I can't ruin the magic for you guys. Come on.
Hey.
They pump scents in the street. I
don't know secrets. I know facts.
Okay, yeah. So they pump scents in the street, like to make it smell. Okay.
More alluring, popcorn, cotton candy.
Yep.
Stuff like that. There is underground cafeteria in Magic Kingdom with a Subway, and I think there was a Taco Bell, if I'm correct. I don't remember.
I remember the Subway. I don't remember the Taco Bell.
Okay, maybe it was. I don't know, because we also had something at Hollywood Studios. I just can't remember at the time. We definitely had Subway in all of them.
There was a Subway. Take 5 was the cafeteria you used to go to at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because the whole park, at least that area, revolves around the cafeteria, and it's like a circle. You don't realize it as a guest because you have to walk down a whole street to get somewhere.
Right.
But if you go backstage, you're literally it's just like a cul-de-sac that gets you anywhere you want to go.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys can take shortcuts on the.
Oh yeah, they want you to take shortcuts.
Yeah,
you can't walk through a certain area of the park if you're in a certain costume.
If I was wearing this, I can't be caught not in the animation courtyard. So I can only be in the Disney Princess store or the Toy Story store. If I wasn't wearing that,
even if he was leaving, he wouldn't even be able to walk through the Star Wars area to leave. He needs to follow the backstage areas to get. Yeah.
The only issue was that Toy Story store that sold Toy Story merchandise across from the ride. That one, for some reason, it wasn't in our territory, but because Toy Story was considered Pixar, it was part of Animation Courtyard. It was nowhere near where we work, so it was the only one where we had to walk like a pretty decent distance, which I found it always felt sketchy because like you feel weird, everyone's staring at you, and you're like, oh god, I can't go anywhere. Like I have to go through the crowd.
Oh man. Did they have any, like, if it's really like in the military, in basic training, you stop operations that was called like black flag conditions, at least in basic training. If it was like 100, like 10 degrees plus, you stop. Do you guys have any rules or regulations saying like, hey, if it's above 110 degrees, we can only be outside for like 15 minutes at a time, or do you just suffer?
Costumes.
Yeah, costume characters. They have a time limit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's 15 minutes and they switch off if it's hot out.
Yeah.
Unless they're under a big fan. Like Winnie the Pooh always was in like a fanned in like canopy and stuff like that. And I think they were allowed 30 minutes. But
I think they have some type of like code where they like touch their nose or something in costume to let them know like we need to go. Like it's time for me to get out of here.
So I remember being there one day. It was so hot, and the little army men from Toy Story were just like chugging along. I was like, they must be so hot. I was like, I cannot imagine.
So
if you get up close to them, you could see their faces full of sweat with that green makeup.
You see the condensation like through the screen
pooling at the top of the helmet.
Did they get paid extra for that? Like, be in costume, you get an extra like $2 an hour to be in those.
You do get paid differently. So I auditioned for entertainment. You have to know how to dance for the audition. Even if you just wanted to be one of the characters that was posing like this for a picture, you had to go through the dance audition, and I didn't know how to dance at all.
You couldn't take it? You couldn't be like...
No, it was literally, they had a group of us go into audition room, and they had someone like come out and do this dance, and we had to copy the dance, and if you weren't like a dancer, you weren't going to get it.
Oh.
It was clearly obvious if you weren't a dancer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, that's rough.
Those Toy Story guys, I wanted to tell you a story real fast because I saw them a lot when I worked over at the Toy Story store. They would come up. I think there was like 2 or 3 of them at a time, and they would always like zigzag in and out of the crowd and do like silly things, and they would like do their little hut like they're walking like they're stuck on a peg. And they would always come into my store, and they would be like, oh, and like they would like move things and like take merchandise and hide behind it, and then like they'd be like, okay, and then they'll like go on their little walkie-talkie thing, and then they start like hut and like walk away. They would always like harass me in the store basically, but they were like silent because they couldn't talk. So it was kind of funny. Also though, for merchantainment, we did a lot of things like we didn't have to get the go-ahead from our managers and supervisors to give away merchandise to kids because you want to make sure that they're always having a magical experience. So if a kid is crying and you notice that they're upset, you give them $100 Buzz Lightyear doll, and you don't even have to mention it to anyone. Just make them happy.
Oh my god.
Yep.
So I didn't know. So do you have a market cap or like a money cap? You can't give away any more than like $500 a day.
I never really. I think we basically wrote it with like literally a pen and pencil on a receipt paper, and we would just show it to our manager, and I don't know what they did with it.
I remember when I did it once at Rock and Roller Coaster, it was like a little magical moment slip. Like I had to fill out like what I had like gave away or whatever it was and give it in.
Okay, you're right. Yes, it was magic moments, and it was kind of a competition. I feel like you were. They encouraged giving them away. It wasn't
they
like
did.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So like an eyebrow wouldn't raise, like, hey, you gave away like 12 things today. Can we like calm it down?
No.
Oh wow. That's
the amount of money that Disney makes. I learned about that. I actually took a Disney business college course while I was doing the college program there, and I don't remember the number, but they lose so much money a day from theft, and that it's just accounted for. Like it's already in the budget to lose that much, so they're just like, whatever, take it.
How much a day do you think they lose from that?
Sheesh, a lot.
A lot, yeah. Because no offense, but you kind of just let it happen. It's like the worst thing you can do is you tell your manager, it's not really a big deal. If you notice that there are some people that come in every single day because they're super fans, and people know the rules of Disney because they either A, worked there or didn't. So there are places like whatever downtown Disney is called now. I think it's
Disney Springs.
Disney Springs. So like down there, it's a little bit stricter because a lot of the companies are like not Disney. They're like they rent out the space. So like, for example, if you stole from Starbucks, that's going to be a problem because it's not Disney. It's just the Starbucks on Disney property situation.
Oh, cool.
But there's no cameras.
Appreciate
that. Yeah. So Kobe will send me, I guess he'll send me 4 comics.
Thank you.
You know, one for each of you, one for me, and I guess one to give away to the chat later. So yeah, Kobe, if you want to send those over, that'd be great. So you guys get one, I'll get one, the chat will get one.
You know what, Kobe? I don't like taking things for free. So whatever, I'm gonna choose a random comic I have and just trade it to you. So find me.
Yeah, no, Kobe's great. He'll hop on like pretty much every stream. He's like, "Yo, Randy, give this away." I was like, "Okay." That's why he's up there and over here on my fridge handle.
That's nice.
The handles are great. So do you guys? I know you said the guys, the army men, was like kind of harassed. Do you guys pull pranks on each other all the time? Does it ever go too far?
I feel like the entertainment cast always is playing around with each other. Especially when they're in costume, they love to have fun.
Yeah.
I tried. I never really specifically worked with her, but I met somebody who I met one of the princesses, and I saw her outside the castle. And when I saw her outside the castle, you know, we got to know each other a little bit, and we had some conversations. So when I saw her at the castle, I had to wait on a line, and I saw her, and her face she looked shook. Let me put it that way, because you don't visit a Disney princess in the castle when you've seen her outside the castle. It's a little bit different, so I was trying to break her character.
Okay.
It was a little silly. Didn't work. She was an excellent character, but I saw it for a second. The eyes were like...
They take it very seriously.
No, they do. Well, you can get in trouble, obviously.
Yeah.
So
You're
being watched by every single every kid that's there. They're all staring
that's a good
at her.
point. That's so are some characters supposed to be like a little mean? Like, are you supposed to get like Cruella, or who's the
Gaston.
Jack dude? Yeah, Gaston. Are they supposed to be like a little mean?
Oh yeah, you're gonna see them literally act exactly like the character.
Like the character.
They are that character.
Yeah,
that's great.
Especially every Gaston I saw was hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny. I actually saw a video not too long ago of some young girl that was like touching like his chest pants, and he stayed in character. He didn't break his character. But he was like letting her know, like, no, this isn't appropriate, and you need to go now. But stayed in character the entire time.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's got to take some dedication, like to not break. I don't know if I could do that. I mean, like it's easy when I'm.
Well, when you only have to do it for 15 to 30 minutes at a time.
It's a good point. Easier. A good point. So when you guys do that, or when they would do that, did they get like they work for 30 minutes and they break for 30 minutes, or do they go do something else?
They'll politely leave a situation and be like, "Oh, I think," like for example, Gaston, who's the little minion that he has. What's his name? LeFou. So he'd be like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh, what's that, LeFou? I'll be right back. I think I hear him calling me for something." And then like he goes, he's like, "See you later. Bye. I'll be right back." And then he like goes, and then I guess they like do a clap off with the other Gaston because 20 seconds is another one coming out, different guy, same character, and he's like, "Oh, I'm back, everybody. It's me, Gaston."
That's exactly how they do it.
Oh, that's so cool. I wish I could have. And you said any of the characters that they all have to know how to dance? That falls in
Not
the
that
same
you
one.
have to know how to dance, but to join the entertainment team,
It's part
you
of the
had to
audition.
pass that audition. You had to know how to dance.
Gotcha. Okay.
But there are like different areas of entertainment you can join. Like there's going to be meet and greet, and then there'll be like parade performer, and then there'll be like stage performer, and then there'll be like at Hollywood Studios they have something called Streetmosphere, where they have people that walk around in like 50s style clothing, and they talk like this, and they're like, hey honey, with their beads on, and they're willing to take it off and give it to you. You know, they just act like they're super in character.
I think they definitely had like a convertible, right, that they would drive down the road.
Yeah, they have a car that they drive.
Yeah it goes very slow. It goes like 2 miles an hour because they don't want to hit people. But
so it's like a prop car where it's supposed to go like a really slowly. So I've told people that when land comes out in the Veveverse, that I would be buying land. Like if they brought out Pokemon, I'd be buying land around the Pokemon area or around like Marvel area if they have like the Baxter building. If they have a Disney area inside the metaverse, Veveverse, what are some of the best places to buy around? Like, what is most popular? Is it around Star Wars Land or Pixar Land or the Princess's Castle?
Well, depending on...
Well, Pixar changes with whatever. Like when I was in 2013, Wreck-It Ralph was popping because it just came out, and I'm obviously Wreck-It Ralph is probably not popping anymore. But
so Pixar would change. Oh, so that'd be interesting.
Yeah, Pixar changes with whatever the movies are at the time. They basically use it as like free advertising. For like their movie division, because Disney as a whole, it's Disney company, and then there's Disney Group. There's Disney, the Disney stores, which at one point were owned by Children's Place, believe it or not. And then there's the Disney, the what's it called, the cruise ships. So there's Disney Cruise Lines, and then there's Disney Animation or something. I may have messed that up, but there's a different branches of Disney.
This is a very small picture, but these are all the companies that Disney owns. Every single one. They own so many.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Nat Geo. What's another one they own that not a lot of people know?
Well, I don't know if you know this, Randy, but Winnie the Pooh is pretty much because Pokemon is the number1 selling media franchise in the world. I don't know if you knew that. So if any company invests in Pokemon, I see Dan's in this chat. But if anyone is involved in Pokemon, usually money goes up because people invest in that. But Winnie the Pooh is number 2 on that list.
Yes.
Not Hello Kitty?
I'm actually glad that you brought that up, because I actually just watched a video about this guy that goes around Orlando like looking for like antiques and stuff. And he went to this antique mall, and inside the antique mall he found like old Winnie the Pooh merchandise from like the 1920s, I think he said, where Winnie the Pooh was so popular that he was an actual write-in on the presidential ballot. Like there was vote for Pooh buttons.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a big deal. He's like up there with Mickey.
Yep. Wow. Actually, Mickey's number 5, I think, on the list. And to keep in mind,
that's crazy.
Winnie
the Pooh's a really big deal.
I think a big portion of it is because most of Winnie the Pooh revenue comes from merchandise sales, and when you have a newborn, like if you have a child and you're a family starting them, what do you buy them? You buy them bottles, blankets, and all that stuff is usually it's something childlike. So Winnie the Pooh.
That's a really good point.
Can't really think of anything else, but if you go to Target and you look in the infant section, I'm guaranteeing you'll see like teething rings that are Winnie the Pooh and all sorts of weird things.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those things that you think baby related, and there's just always babies, so
they market it. Will
never go out.
Yeah. Yep. There was somebody up here that had mentioned that there was a
Pokemon
there was a
confirmed.
there's a new show that came out, and there was like 8-minute shorts of them, and Goofy was on one of the 8-minute shorts. Like I guess they're new on the Disney Channel or something.
Okay.
Disney Plus, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Did they have a did you guys get to work on any shorts that would be like on the local TV stations or something like that?
No.
No.
I definitely didn't.
All right.
Mike DeLiso.
Oh yeah, he worked on Mandalorian, right?
Mandalorian, I think Deadpool, I think I don't know, I keep up with him on Facebook, but he does a lot of special effects, I think. He works for like a special effects company.
Yeah, so we got a buddy that does I guess special effects on it, and he's great. We knew him when he was younger. So back to the land question. What is typically most popular, like the park to go to? Like where do the most people congregate like during the day?
Best.
Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay. What's like the main attraction in Magic Kingdom?
The parade.
Main attraction? No. I mean, I do know Cinderella Castle is the most popular, like one of the most popular travel destinations to see and take a picture of in the entire world.
Okay. So if we're able to buy land around the Disney park in the Viviverse, you're suggesting buy around Cinderella's castle if that's there.
If you want a photo with that castle, gotta pay me some money.
Okay.
It'll be big if you could do that.
I don't know if because Disney is making their own metaverse. I think they're just going to allow their characters to be in this Viviverse. But if they do have something in there, then that would be, that is what I would go for.
Okay. I don't think Disney would sell land though. Disney owns everything.
Well, they wouldn't sell the land. They would have the land like this is the Disneyland inside of the Viviverse, but you could maybe buy the land right next to it, and that's what I was kind of saying.
I don't know if you know this, but the history of Walt Disney, everything on Disney property is Reedy Creek. It's not actually in Orlando, and Reedy Creek operates by their own rules, and they're basically they're
their own city.
Yeah,
it's their own government.
Yeah,
fire department, police. Yeah.
All of Disney property, everything on Disney property is double the size of Manhattan.
Holy crap! Well, I mean, I know there's many parks and there's many different.
Oh, there's more than that, man. There's
you guys have golf courses and
there's towns that are not even close by that are owned by Disney. They have
really
properties all everywhere.
You know what also would be big for like the Disney verse, the partner statue is in Magic Kingdom, right in front of Cinderella's castle.
Yep.
The real partner statue.
So you said the magic what?
The Magic Kingdom?
You're talking about Walt holding Mickey's hand?
Oh yeah, the partner statue. All right.
Yeah, it's right there in the center hub.
That metal gate it's like circular with flowers around it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have one of those. I probably should have at the point. Yeah, it's a little late now. I might get that at some point. And your guys, like from what's out currently and what's coming out on Saturday, in your guys' opinion, what is something that everyone would be like, this is it. I need this. This is the one that everyone's going to go for.
I think Mickey for sure is going to be a big one on the weekend. I've been seeing everybody say Minnie.
Okay, Mickey, Minnie.
Did they say if this is going to be FA or FE?
It's first edition, yeah.
Okay.
Which is Steamboat Willie is not first edition, so that's why I was a little salty about that. But fine.
Yeah, same. But I do think it's just going to hold weight regardless.
Yeah, it's an important part of history for Disney in general.
Yeah.
So I do have one. I actually have two, but one of my friend Joe just gave me like $1,500, and it's just like, hey, just buy me whatever, and then I'll check back in like a year, and then we'll split the profits. Like, okay. So one of the things I bought him was a Steamboat Willie. So I have two. One of them's for him. One of them's for me. Should I like look? I mean, there's this one dude. I think Steph, I told you about him. That he has 100 of the common Steamboat Willies.
Yeah.
He bought them when they were like, so he bought them when it was like $400.
I got two for 60 each.
I hate you so much. I hate you.
Well,
Murder.
Randy, can we ask a question to whoever's in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I want to know who everybody's interested, like who everybody's going after on the weekend. If you had to pick one character.
Yeah. Chat, answer. What
Who
are
do they
you?
want? Who do you
Who are you guys
want?
going for? Disney drop Saturday.
I know it's a blind box, but who do you want?
Yeah, let us know.
Randy, these people, the chat on the right, that's YouTube chat.
Yeah. This is all
Okay.
all the YouTube. All right, so maybe we should take like a tally here. All right, hang on. There's gonna be 6 of us. There's gonna be 6 drops. So, okay. Okay.
Answer.
Okay. Yeah.
See a lot of Goofies going
Minnie,
on. Some Donalds and
Mickey,
Goofies.
All right. 2 for Goofy. So this is a G. All right, 1 for Donald Duck.
This is gonna be nuts.
All right,
I'll count.
Pluto.
I'll count Goofy.
Oh, I'm counting them all, but
Okay.
wow, a lot for Donald here. Okay.
Yeah, a lot for Donald.
Yeah, Donald.
Not that much for Mickey. I'm surprised.
I'm surprised too, not for Mickey.
Yeah.
But you know why? It's because he already kind of has 2 in a sense.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I mean, I love Disney and all, but I'm not a fan of like I'm not a big fan of Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, Pluto. I like the Chip and Dale.
I'm a Chip and Dale fan too.
You know, I watched Rescue Rangers growing up, so
yes.
DuckTales. What else?
Fox
and the
Darkwing
Duck. Yep. Fox and the Hound was one of my favorite Disney movies, by the way. I think if we're going classic.
You said favorite?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most depressing Disney movie.
I mean, I grew up an emo
lets
kid.
him go in the forest literally broke my heart.
I know.
So you emo, Justin. Make Long Island emo again.
Oh, nice. I wanted to go to that emo fest recently.
The one in Vegas.
I was afraid it's a scam because I want another Fire Fest on my hands. So I was like, I'm not buying a ticket now.
I'm still gonna go. I don't care.
I mean, same thing with me. I'll end up buying a ticket way over the price it's supposed to be worth. But
they're like $1,300 now. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, Goofy is winning this.
Yeah, Goofy and Donald. To be honest, Donald is not far behind. I see a lot of Donald Duck.
All right, so I guess somebody want a first appearance Trump.
Oh my god!
So talking about meth Goofy. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. Rescue Rangers. Oh, Bambi.
So I have a little show and tell, some little cool things.
Oh yes. Show us your stuff.
Some of my name tags from when I worked for the company. This one was Disney Store. You had to write down who your favorite character was.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
This little pin on the top was your service pin. So, how long did you work for the company, Justin?
8 months.
8 months. So before I worked at Disney World, I worked for Disney Stores in New York for like 7 years or so. But then when I transferred to Florida, I stayed there for about a year. This is the pin that you get once you're there for a year. You get one.
Cool.
It's cool.
You get one at your 5-year, your 10-year, your 15, and then 20, and I believe 35.
Did you work there when Children's Place acquired it?
Yeah, so that was.
I want to tell you a story.
This job.
Oh wow! So my family actually created Children's Place, and then they sold the company public, and they lost Disney back to Disney. But
wait, how did your family create Children's Place? Like, I'm very curious about.
They started. So I come from a Jewish background, and they I actually don't know too much about the history of their business, but what I can tell you is they started a jean company, I believe. And from there, like my aunt owns a shoe company called Nina's Shoes. And they somehow, I guess, created Children's Place. And one of the biggest things was when I was a kid, I used to go to these Disney store, like they would basically place me as a kid in a place at a Disney store, and they would put merchandise everywhere, and they would let me go around and just pick things. They were trying to like do research marketing to see kind of what I would go for, and what I would like. So like, of course, I went for like the 5-foot Mickey Mouse stuffed animal that was oversized and bigger than me. But yeah, no, it was interesting. I never got to keep anything, and it was so upsetting. Like it was they would reset, and then the next kid would go in, and they would like see what they were picking.
That's such a tease. I tried to get my friend Erica on here. Justin, you met her. So this is a girl I used to date back in the day. She worked for Disney.
Oh, Erica.
It was like maybe 16, 17 years ago. She worked for him. Maybe I'm almost 20 at this point. Yeah. So, but she hasn't worked for there in a while. I think she worked for like 2 years. But she hadn't worked there in a while, and she didn't answer. I don't know what she's doing. She's probably working. Would you guys ever go back and work there again?
Go back.
I want to move to Florida, man. I love it there.
Come
I
join.
I would definitely work there again. The problem is the pay isn't the best at Disney.
Agree.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I mean, if Omi reaches when Omi reaches $1, I'll just buy a place and y'all can.
I was gonna say if Omi reaches $1, I'll make so much money. I'll go work at Disney and I'll deal with that because I'll have so much money. I don't even care. I'm just working at Disney to work there.
So Steph, what's keeping you here? Why didn't you go down to Florida with your with parents?
To be honest, I just feel like I'm not really ready for that super change of lifestyle yet. When I was living down there, that was like a big struggle for me. I was like, yeah, it was just a big change. I really struggled with that. That's why I ended up coming back.
Yeah.
Wow. I loved everything.
But
about
I
it.
think that I was telling my sister in the next 10 years, I want to say, I'll probably go back to Florida and get back with Disney.
Cool. That'd be good. I know I'm not 100% sure what this is. What is the Club 33 or the 33 Club? And
Just saw that.
Yeah, and what's the stories behind that? How do we get in? I want access.
Do you want to answer first, Justin? Whatever you know.
I actually am not familiar with it. I'm reading about it right now on my phone.
Okay, so I'll tell you whatever I know. So Club 33 is like a special secret club that you have to pay a large, hefty amount to join.
Specifically $33,000.
Okay.
There you go. You have to sign a non-disclosure. That's correct. You can't take any pictures or videos or anything like that of the sort inside. You can't really speak about what's inside.
Okay.
The only way you can get in, like if one of us wanted to get in, you have to be invited by someone who's a member of Club 33.
Okay.
I do know that there's locations at a couple different parks. I know there's one at Magic Kingdom in Adventureland. It's like a shady little secret door off to the side that has like a little emblem that says like 33, and you wouldn't see it unless you went looking for it.
Okay, unless you know.
But it's like this super secret, like cool Disney club, like an elegant Disney club that you like have to. I know there's a waiting list in order to get on it. You have to wait like a super long time to get in. Like,
really?
So on top of that money, it's exclusive, man. That's what scarcity. Come on, you know Veve. You know how these.
I want like.
You limit the spaces everyone wants in.
I wanted to just pay money and be like, hey, I'd like to let me go. How long do you have to wait for?
A while. I was reading earlier, I saw someone on Facebook was like asking like about Club 33, like inquiring about it. And someone said that they put themselves on the list and 4 months later they got a call. So
okay. So it's not that
maybe
long.
everyone experiences something different, but
yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
The coolest thing I see when you're saying Club 33, I guess I'm the discount version of that. What was that store we used to go to that we got to buy discount merchandise at?
Oh yeah, one of them was Cast Connection.
Cast Connections
and Property Control.
And property. Yep. Yep, I would spend hundreds of dollars on stuff
worth it.
like 90% off. Like it was still
And they would
expensive.
sometimes they would sell like things that they used in the parks.
Yep.
Like, which is like a super rare find, because where else are you gonna find things that are sold at the park besides like a auction?
Yeah,
That's a good point.
hmm There was one time they were selling a bunch of Pizza Planet trucks because the thing on top, what is it, like a rocket? It was
Okay.
upside down. There was a whole, like, they misprint a bunch of them and they couldn't sell them in the parks because they were wrong, so they sold them to us. And I
So
was
much
like,
stuff goes over there. You could
Yep.
go every day and find new stuff marked down to like, it'll be like a $60 jacket, like marked down to like $5.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so cool. I would totally do stuff like some of the things that I'll do when Omi hits really big is, I will have some fun. And I guess one of the things like that would be to do that. I'll totally invite y'all to go to like Club 33, and we'll go to like wherever.
You can put us on the list now.
Yeah, can we? Well, because if I go on the list now and Omi's like $5 or like 5 cents, when they call me, I don't know if I want to put $33,000 into that when Omi's only 5 cents. I'd rather wait until Omi's like 20, 30 cents. Maybe later this year I'll do it. I don't know. But yeah, there's no fee just for putting your name on the list, right? It was like $1,000, whatever. But
I don't think so.
Well,
What would be cool if they like, I mean, I don't have a Walt, so I'd be salty, but if they gave people who owned Walt like access to Club 33.
Oh man,
that would be like a cool, because I don't understand why more Disney people are not aware of this.
I don't either. And now I might need to change the game. I might need to sell my superheroes and just go all in on Disney.
Because I think, like you said, it's super early in the game, and you said something about like there's only like 1 million users on Veve right now, but once
1.6, give or take, but still, yeah.
Everybody else gets on board and the Disney community comes in like full force, they won't hesitate. If they like Disney so much, it doesn't matter the price tag.
That's a good point. And I'm now kind of realizing the folly of my choices, because and I've even myself have accidentally called it the Disney app, like instead of the Veve app. The
heard
Disney
you say
app.
that.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, basically, as much as we like Pokemon, is exactly how people feel about Disney. Like, there's people, it's a lot.
That's a good point. I would, I don't have any Disney tattoos. Do you guys have Disney tattoos?
I have 2.
Okay.
One of them I can show you. It's Zero.
Zero?
Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay. Yeah,
it's upside down this way, but here he is.
Nice. I know your sister's covered. Like, she's got like a whole like
covered
sleeve. Yeah, she went crazy with that, which is awesome. I haven't gotten one. I will. I don't know. Maybe next time I go down, I'll head to Disney and I'll get it. I got pretty drunk one night, and I forget where the story was going. Oh man, I hate that. That was such a good story. I don't know where it went though. It was my bad. My B.
I don't collect. I mean, I'm a super collector of stuffed animals. So everywhere I go, I have Pokemon stuffed animals just lying around my freaking room. Look at this. I have a little your favorite Ho-Ho over there.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I love that.
And then my favorite Pokemon ever. Oh, I think
Disney
ever.
NFTs could kind of like be similar to like pin trading, like you brought up earlier.
Yep.
Now,
Justin, tell that story.
So no, well, it's not really a story. So Disney kind of has this collection thing for people who are aware of its existence, and I mean, now with COVID, I doubt it goes on because it involves touching and germs and stuff like that. But every single day when we went on the job, and I'm not sure about you, but for merchantainment, we had to have a pin bag or some type of thing attached to our pants. A lanyard, yeah, a lanyard. And we had to have at least 6 pins on it at all times. And when someone came up to you and said, "Can I see your pins?" You had to stop what you were doing and show them your pins. And they basically take whatever one you have.
Let me see.
They gave me
go get it.
Yeah, I was tearing apart my closet. I just moved into this apartment, so I was tearing apart my closet trying to find my name tag and all sorts of things, but couldn't find it.
So wait, where are you living at now? You said you got a new apartment.
Out east.
Oh, okay, got it. Still out east, huh?
Yeah, but what I wanted to show you was I wanted to show you this, and I know I'll show you after. This is that Nickelodeon thing I was talking about. So it used to be called, it was Nicktoons, or sorry, Nick E-cards, and every day when you hold on a second, let me
put your brightness a little lower.
Gotcha. And there we go. So it was a Nick Point swap. It was called Nick Points, and for example, these were the rarity ones. So like you see how there's additions.
I don't remember this at all.
Oh, it was so addicting. And over here, where this little
I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but Randy, are you able to kick somebody out?
Vape tricks?
Yeah.
I'll put him in timeout. Okay, there we go. He's in timeout. He's blocked for 5 minutes.
What's going on there, but he's annoying everybody.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, he's gone for 5 minutes. Yeah, I will also, my computer, I didn't have like actual internet until like I was a teenager. There was, because I had like dial up for forever.
I remember. I hated going to your house.
Because there's no internet. It's horrible. Yeah.
So check it out. This is kind of now this community had a big community when it was in its prime. People were spending thousands of dollars, and it could be similar to what we have right now. As far as there's limited editions, there's only a certain amount of these pins. On the back, it'll say
the
limited edition of like 2,000, and people will trade for them and pay for them.
Wow, you still have these, jeez. And those are the big ones, by the way.
My Jessica Rabbit collection.
Oh, that's so cool.
I have a bunch.
I used to collect the Rescue Ranger ones, like the Chip and Dale ones.
This is pretty much where we're at now. So, like, let me show you an example.
And there was pins for everything.
Everything.
Like Universal even copied Disney and made like Shrek pins and all sorts of crazy.
Oh, man, you guys had a blast. You guys sound like you just went ham, like you just had really a lot of fun.
Best time of my life. It was the most overworked time of my life.
Yeah, it was so fun. So like this one, on the back of this one, it says like limited edition of 1,000. So there's only 1,000 of these.
Oh, damn.
And let me put it this way. There's probably only like 50 left, and she probably has one of them.
Right.
Oh. I was like, I hope you don't lose those. I lost one of my cool Deadpool pins. I guess that those were more recent or something.
That's actually interesting. If pins still existed, that means Marvel pins are now there. Like there's probably tons of
pins is still pretty big in the parks, but not as big as it used to be.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
It's definitely a secretive thing.
They still release pins for everything gets a pin. Everything.
Oh wow. Okay. No, I believe you. I remember how crazy it was. It's just it was bizarre because like most people that go to Disney World don't know about it. So it's like it's just something that people would come up to me and be like, "Excuse me, I noticed that all of you have these pins on you. Like, what is that?" I'm like, "Oh, would you like one?" I was like, "Here, take one and start collecting."
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And then from that, it turned into Vinylmation. Then it was limited edition Vinylmation.
Oh my god!
Which was like the little plastic.
This is it.
Those.
This is the blank one I got that you color in yourself, but instead of having an autograph book, I had all my cast members that I worked with. Jersey Jen, British Becky,
dope.
Like all of them signed everything.
So there was somebody down here saying $5 Omi cruise. The other day, I don't know why I say some of the things that I do. I was feeling myself like when Omi reaches $5, I'm gonna rent out a cruise ship for a couple days, and I'm gonna hire people from Disney World, like, and they're gonna be like the cast members. We're gonna go on a Disney cruise. So I will do that at some point. I'll let you guys know when. I think in October I'm gonna have a trip. We're gonna go to like Universal. I'm gonna pay for everyone's Omi tattoos, and if you want one of those, you don't have to get one. And then we're gonna go to either Universal or Disney. We'll do Universal one day and Disney the next day. That'll be pretty fun.
Okay.
Yeah, Kobe, I'm pretty sure they do sell blank Mickey now. I saw him right in the chat. I think they do.
Blank Mickey. Hold on. Kobe, do they sell blank Mickey now? Oh, you're talking about the Vinylmation?
Yeah.
I don't even see that where that was.
I'm 100% sure you can find this one specifically because this was like a big kids love drawing on things, and this one was a big sell. I'm not sure about the oversized ones though, because this is they're normally like 10 times smaller. They're like this big, like little tiny. Actually, hold on, let me show you. Like this is Belle, for example. This isn't a Vinylmation, but they're about this size.
Oh, they're so small.
Yeah, so that's not a Vinylmation. I'm just saying in terms of figures, that's how small they are.
Yeah.
It's the one I have. It's from the.
Oh, so you have a big one too. Jeez.
Oh wow.
From the Urban Series 2. It's the Tiki one.
Okay.
It's a limited edition of 750.
Oh, so that's
pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
This is super old, and then it shows you like on the back. These were also limited edition.
Oh, sweet.
Let's see. So, Realtor Aaron Baker is going to Animal Kingdom next Tuesday, and he wants some advice, so he doesn't miss anything while he's there.
Oh, I got tips for days.
Well, get there as early as you can get there. Like, wake up early so that when you get there, you're not cranky, because they open early and they close early.
My number one suggestion for you, Aaron, is go at opening, and the first thing you should do is go on Avatar, Pandora, Flight of Passage. Mm-hmm. Your first ride of the day, get it out of the way, and you can enjoy the rest of the day after that.
Yep.
It's literally the best ride I've ever been on.
Yep, I definitely agree. I like it.
Okay. So is that one the most popular, and you need to get on that one first because the line will be too long if you wait like second or third?
Yep. Yeah. You might not even get it on it. Like if you're too late,
right? You might not even get on it.
The line's so long, you'll waste your whole day there just waiting.
But it's basically not too many spoilers, but it's it revolves around the movie Avatar. You basically it's like a simulator ride. You get on top of it looks like a motorcycle, but it actually is a Banshee, and you're going to be flying through the Avatar world on the back of a Banshee.
Oh, that's epic.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How long is the ride?
5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too long. I mean, it's like a normal ride.
Couple
average.
Minutes. Yeah, a couple minutes long.
Same as like the Harry Potter and Transformer and Spider-Man and all those types of rides.
You literally feel like everything. You feel the wind blowing on you. It's like you're literally.
It's like a 4D experience.
Like you're flying around on this Banshee.
Oh, that's epic. I would. I gotta do that. So, if someone were to if I were to take an extended vacation, how many days would you suggest I go down for to kind of not see everything, but to see the good important stuff?
For Disney? Yeah. I would say go down there for a full week. And the reason I say that is Animal Kingdom, you get that once you get that out of the way, you're good with Animal Kingdom. You can actually do 2 parks in one day with Animal Kingdom. So I would go to Animal Kingdom, and then I would go to Magic Kingdom for the rest of the day, and then spend another full day at Magic Kingdom one day. And then I would go to Epcot for one day. You can sometimes mix Epcot and Universal. Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and then I don't know what Hollywood Studios is doing now. I know it's completely changed since I've been there.
Yeah, a lot has changed. But the good thing about Disney is there's so much to do. Is you could go 10 times.
Oh my God!
There's something new
Disney.
To do every single time you go.
House of Blues on a Tuesday night. Oh my God! Downtown Disney.
There's some hidden gems that people don't know about.
And the reason I say a week is because I know it's not Disney. You have to go to Universal Studios. You just got to do it. Like it's part of it.
I love Harry Potter World. I love that. Yeah, that's like
pray with Pokemon at Universal Studios Japan. Rumors of epic. Oh, that's crazy! Actually, that's awesome. And sorry for J Kill XRP over there. Yeah, no, I was very invested. I was looking online a lot when they were building. I think they're still building it, or it just came out in Japan recently. Nintendo World over there. Oh my god!
I haven't looked into it.
I was watching drone footage on YouTube from random YouTubers of them sneaking into the park and like showing the animatronics and stuff like that before it got taken down and flagged.
Did you guys ever have anyone that successfully stayed in the park overnight, or is it like impossible to do?
It's not impossible.
It's not. I mean, legally.
Well, I mean, if they could do it, like it's obviously against the law, I'm guessing.
Well, there has been.
Disney law.
I remember going one year during a leap year where Disney was open 24 hours. I can remember being in the park at like 2, 3 in the morning.
Yep.
Do they do that often? Or
I worked one of those shifts. It was terrible.
Oh, I believe it. I mean, I don't think it's all the time. How often is leap year? Every
4 years.
4?
Yeah, it's every 4 years. Is that the only time that happens?
I think that might have been the only year. I haven't heard of them doing it since.
So
Disney Park open 24 hours.
You can feel free to not say this, but I remember it was in 2019, it's actually 3 years ago, that I went to Harry Potter World on Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Have you guys ever gone to the park on any hallucinogen or?
I've gone high.
6 a.m.
I'm a marijuana advocate. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Preach. That's cool.
Are we allowed to say this on air?
Yeah. I mean, I already got the super chat. YouTube cannot untake that.
Okay. Well, so I mean, you know me. You know how much I enjoy partaking.
Yeah, you take it more than I do.
But I've never, I never smoked once while I was at Disney. I was petrified of getting fired. It was like if I knew somebody that said the word weed around me, I was afraid I was gonna get fired because it was so strict.
Oh yeah, of course. For work wise, yeah. But like for pleasure wise.
Yeah, but I lived on Disney property because I lived in the Coca-Cola apartments for the college program. So if we got caught with a party with underage people in it, forget about it. Like it was we used to have to ID people at the door because we were afraid they were gonna like.
Oh man.
I mean, we got better with it, but like you couldn't throw crazy parties.
No bangers, no crazy. Oh
yeah,
I don't want to do
that. Someone wrote in the chat, if you were lucky, you could stay a night in Cinderella Castle. Yeah, that is true.
That is true.
Can you pay for that? I'm so far behind on comments. Can you pay for that?
I think it's like a Make-A-Wish thing.
Yeah, it's a giveaway. You have to like be selected or invited to like spend the night there.
Oh man, I wonder how I can manipulate that and try to get. Have you ever been in there, like in those rooms and seen like?
I've never been in, but you can. There's lots of videos and tour footage of it. I remember at one year they were doing like Disney's Year of a Million Dreams, and every single night a different family got to stay in that castle suite.
Wow,
that's so cool. What can you tell us about the 50th anniversary golden tickets?
I don't know.
I don't know much about that, but I have heard that they are issuing gold-looking tickets. I know they're doing it for annual pass holders too. Like for myself, I'm an annual pass holder, so I have this card that I can just scan to go in, kind of like just a regular ticket. And they are giving them out for annual pass holders too, like a gold version of this ticket. That's pretty much all I know about it. I know they're doing.
What does the golden ticket get you?
Is it like a fast pass?
I think it's just a collector's item because it's the 50th. I know they're doing a lot of like 50th stuff.
Okay.
A lot of the 50th anniversary merchandise is flying off the shelves and reselling on like eBay and all these other things for like hundreds of dollars.
Wow.
Wow.
So are fast passes still widely used, or do they make it like a queue now where you have to go in on an app and like here's your number and you get the ride you don't?
Yeah, so they changed it.
So there's no more fast passes.
Oh my god, I used to hand those things out.
Kind of
in my
like
back
Fast
pocket.
Pass. You have to. Okay, so we were kind of spoiled at Disney. Whoever's been to Disney, you know that with the price of admission, you got to like either back in the day stick your ticket in and get a little printout, and it would tell you what time to come back, or you could log on the app and select the time that was available and go on the ride. Now,
or you can go up to
it's kind of like Six Flags. If you've been to Six Flags, where you have to pay for a Flash Pass. So now it's called Genie Plus, and I believe it's like $15, and you can select the rides that you want to go on for the day. But it's getting
that's kind
very
of Universal Pleasure Island did that.
It's getting bad feedback from what I see on the Disney groups.
I was a big fan because I worked there, so I knew all the you know, we knew that if you went and harassed somebody at the attractions in the front of the line, you're like, yo, you have any fast passes? Do you have any fast passes? Do you have any fast passes? Like eventually, like, okay, go away. Here, take them.
Yeah. They have something called a re-entry pass. So like if like when I worked at attractions, let's say if something happened with the ride, like let's say with Mariah Carey, if we would have shut down the ride for Mariah Carey, right? Now everybody who was in the line waited. They're gonna obviously be upset and complain. Now we just shut down this ride. So we have to issue them a re-entry pass. Which means that anytime the rest of the day they can come back when the ride is open and go on the ride. But that's like a golden fast pass because it says re-entry pass, good for any attraction.
Oh, wow.
I could go to like Toy Story Mania and use it at Toy Story Mania because I didn't get the chance to ride Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh, wow.
I want to share another thing, and I'm sure Disney would never let me work for them again if I admitted to some
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
But so I was obsessed with Hollywood Studios because I worked there, and most of the time I was hanging out. I was just out of costume, and I would just hang out with my coworkers until they got off, and we would like, you know, rummage around the park. But Fantasmic, right? That's the show over there.
I haven't seen
Fantasmic.
Yeah, right. That's the show on the boat with like the fireworks and So what happens is towards the end of that. So one fun fact, remember I told you can give toys away and stuff like that to make people have a magical moment. So for the food and beverage department, if you notice that someone dropped their popcorn or their lollipop or their hot dog and they were crying, you'd be like, "Oh, that's okay. Hold on, let me go get you another one." And it worked. It worked cross like between different divisions of Disney, but it's not often I'm walking in the streets. I'm in the store, so I don't see this happen. So I would always take advantage of that, and I wouldn't even buy a cup. I would just have a cup of water, and I'd like purposely spill it in front of an employee and be like, "Oh no, I dropped my Sprite." And like, "Oh no, let me go get you another one." Then I'm like, "Nice." And then I would be like, I go to Fantasmic, I get the giant pretzel, I eat like half of it, and I drop it on the floor. And I'm like, "Oh no, I dropped my pretzel on the floor." And then, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, sir, have another pretzel."
You knew what to do.
I took full advantage of it. I'd be stuffed by the end of the night.
I will say one of the things that I did when I was a cast member. So you are able to rent wheelchairs for free if you are a cast member. Cool. And me and my friends went to Magic Kingdom for the night just for an hour because we had nothing to do and rented wheelchairs to sit and watch the fireworks in because we could.
We used to race in Epcot. We would like get 5 of them. We would all race around to try to get around first. And if you missed that bridge would go up and down. So if you missed the bridge, you're
oh no.
Good times.
So someone asked before about Disney cats. I assume they don't mean the Aristocats. They mean like there's actual cats at the park that help chase mice.
Yes, there's actual cats.
That's amazing.
I don't know if they are at every park though. I do know that they let
they're at Hollywood
of cats out at night to like run around the Magic Kingdom and like take control of everything.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Not only that, but anybody who's ever been to Disney, you'll notice that you will never see a bee.
Okay.
You'll never see bugs flying around anywhere. Like maybe you'll get like a mosquito bite like at your resort, but at the parks,
How do they
most
do
of the
that?
time you won't see anything. They
They
have
have an
some type
invisible
of,
force
they have a
field.
team for literally everything. Everything
Wow.
you can imagine, there's a team for.
That is so cool.
Yep.
I never actually thought about that. Yeah, like that,
Mhm.
you know, in the summer, maybe
It's
like
like
bogus.
it's so strategic to the point where they did research. I learned this in my traditions training. The average human will go about like 20 or so steps with trash in their hand before they put it on the floor.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So every 20 steps or so, there's a trash can, and that's how they keep everything so clean in the parks.
And also, every employee is trained that if you see something, you pick it up and throw it out. It was
Yep.
like a thing they taught us in training.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So what is the any like what is any hauntings that you had there, or any things like, hey, I saw this person, and then you go into the room and check and there's no person because it was like a ghost or something like that?
Maybe Tower of Terror.
I heard that there's a ghost at Pirates of the Caribbean.
Really?
Yeah, that it was actually an
Heard that.
old Imagineer that was working on the ride. We could probably look this up to see if it's true.
And then he-
Imagineer died while working on
and he's still working.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I have a death
Supposedly,
story.
there's like a light that like sometimes is lit in a certain area of the ride.
Wow. I saw that before. I was like, oh, I really need to get them to say that, because that was I'd be really curious to see if you had any ghost stories like that.
No.
Also, Kobe says, what's a Coca-Cola apartment?
Oh, the Coca-Cola apartments. So Vista Way, as I think his name is Swoozy on YouTube, but Vista Way, Patterson Court. Oh my God, where did I live? And there were two
Chatham?
more. Chatham. Yep, Chatham, and there was another one. It was the international one.
I can't think of the name of it.
I can't think of it. That's most of the international, non-English speaking were there. But those 4 apartments were donated by Coca-Cola because they have a partnership with Disney. They bought all this land and then they donated the land to Disney.
Oh,
and
cool.
They said, use this for all your college students, the college program kids, but do not charge them rent. And you know what they did? They charged us for utilities, between $80 and $180 a week. So it was basically rent because we were making $7 an hour. It was ridiculous, and I was like, "This is
that
BS.
is ridiculous. That's dumb."
Yeah, it was definitely BS, and I believe it's still kind of like that. I think they were trying to fight for it to be different because it was basically like you traded your life to be there. Like there was no like medium in a way. Like,
I was working like 60 to 80 hours a week, and I
wasn't in the college program, and I was doing that. I would sign in some days, and it would say like mandatory 60 hours a week during like the peak period.
Yep.
And it's not salary, right? Or is it salary?
Absolutely not.
No.
It was my minimum wage in 2013 was like $7.13 an hour.
Right, mine too.
Yeah, and it was. I can't. Yeah, it was terrible. I thinking about it now too. In general, I saw things at Target. People are getting like $21 an hour to work at Target in electronics, and I was getting like $10.75, which was the maximum you could make as a Target employee.
I ended up leaving the company to work for Nike because they were paying more.
Wow. Yeah.
Damn,
I mean, the trade-off is all the benefits. You get to go to the park for free all the time. If you're like me and you're a fatty and you love food, and God, if I could smoke weed while I was there, I would have abused that a little bit more. But they just feed you. They pump you with candy and you stay happy.
How are Disney parks nowadays with vaping? Do they allow vaping, or do they allow? There's like, nah, you can't vape on.
So I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Last I saw, they took away
all
as of a year ago. I think they took away all smoking sections. You can't smoke or vape anymore inside the park.
Man.
You have to leave.
There's only like 2 in Hollywood Studios anyway, but I remember.
So it's like so people that like, smoke every like, hour, couple hours, they're going to be jonesing all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Have you ever had?
I was gonna say you could definitely sneak stuff. It's not like top security over there, but which is kind of scary. I always thought about that too. I thought of a lot of like crisis scenarios and what ifs. Like, what if somebody did this? I mean, nowadays I'm assuming they have metal detectors and the security is probably a lot better. But in 2013, you can put anything in a baby stroller and they don't check what's under the blanket.
Oh, all right. That's
they're not very thorough with their searches. Like when they tap a bag, they kind of just go ahead, you're good to go.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
But no gum, by the way, on Disney property. Fun fact.
Yeah. No gum. You can't
they
buy
don't,
gum.
They don't sell gum.
Because people would stick it places, I'm guessing.
It will ruin the appearance of the park.
You know how you walk just down the street? I don't know if it,
in New
but
York
in
City.
New York, there are gum splotches everywhere on the sidewalk. Yeah. You won't find one at Disney.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. What else is not allowed at Disney that I might not know about? It's like, what?
You can't dress too real. You can't dress like on Halloween time. You will get kicked out or be told to change clothes if you're too dressed similar to one of their characters.
And if you point, you have to point with 2 fingers. So like over in that direction or an open palm.
Okay.
Over here.
The knife hand?
Over there.
Okay, you can't.
Over here.
No, it's offensive in some cultures.
To point. Oh, okay. Yep. The hand, I picture the hand. Okay. That is interesting. Would you guys ever go to California to work for the other park, Disneyland, or is it not as big?
I don't know about work, but I definitely want to visit the other. Yeah. I thought I saw someone in here say that they're an annual pass holder at Disneyland.
Yeah, I forget where that was. Yeah, since he was 9.
If you're in the comments section, tell us how that was. Love to read about it.
Have you guys ever been to Disneyland?
I have not. I was just in California, and I was about to. I could have gone if I would have stayed an extra day. I was so tired. I need to get back to.
New York. It was significantly smaller than World.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was there when my uncle lives in Santa Monica. When I was like maybe 5, 6, I went, and I don't remember Disney really, but I remember whatever the California Adventures was called at the time. It was something else, and I don't think it was either not associated with Disney or it was like part of Disney but wasn't really Disney yet. It was like an adult theme. It was more adult oriented. I remember that one because there was like a wolf on a mountain, and I really liked the logo for some reason as a kid, and I was like attracted to that park more so.
Okay. So I don't know, like if anyone ever knew this or if they have like architects, but is there places or is there people that's like, hey, we contract this company to handle like the plumbing or this person to handle like the woodworking? Because there's like a beautiful tree, I think it might have been Magic Kingdom, where there's a bunch of animals, or maybe it's an Animal Kingdom, that are carved into the tree. Not the hedges, it was like carved into the tree.
Tree of Life.
Yeah, maybe that was it. I don't know if you guys have specialized people that do that.
The Imagineers.
Imagineers. They have a whole design team. Their design team is called Imagineers.
Yeah, so an Imagineer isn't just like an engineer that builds the roller coasters. It's literally, I think it's like blue collar workers pretty much that work exclusively for Disney.
Mm-hmm. So it could be a variety of things. It could be painting like that, an audio animatronic that's going to go into a ride.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do when there's like a giant hurricane that comes, the giant storm, and like trees and bushes are everywhere?
Question.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I don't know what you do for. I guess attractions shut down, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so we actually open up all of our doors, and we had a protocol that we followed, depending on how severe, if it was a category whatever, or if it was just a tropical storm. But to be honest with you, most of the time I was there, that happened twice, and I feel like there's this invisible force field that protects Disney because it's like hurricanes just kind of go around it.
Right.
But
I do know that they have a hurricane team
mm-hmm.
where you can like sign up that if there is a hurricane, you can go like bunker down at the Disney parks. They'll take care of everything, food and like a place to stay. And right after the hurricane is passed, you'll be part of the immediate cleanup crew to get the parks like up and ready to be guest ready again.
Oh, so that could be like a fun place to hide out in a hurricane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course, especially if you're at Magic Kingdom, there's an entire city under the floor. As soon as you walk in, there's an entire city under there that you don't know about.
Yep. Hallways.
So what's under there? Like what is there like shops?
It's most of it is hallways. Hallways to different parts. Remember how earlier we were saying that you can't walk through different lands in different costumes?
Yeah.
That's like your way to get around. So I can walk into a door in Tomorrowland and pop out in Adventureland.
Oh, that's so cool. It's like a wormhole. That's like, that makes me want to go and work there. I know the process must be arduous and the training must be insane. Apparently they're working like dogs, but just to see some of that stuff must be really cool.
Oh yeah. I got to go to the top of Tower of Terror, like the tippy top, the roof.
Oh. One of my very good friends who, it's funny because I haven't seen her in 10 years, but she's Victoria Tower of Terror on my Snapchat over there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yes, she was one of the girls with the hat. Like she was one of the characters on the ride.
Okay.
And she used to. I don't know. It's just awesome to connect with someone that way. Because the first time I met her, she was coming to Sweet Spells after her shift, and she didn't know the memo of not wearing your costume. So she came and she was like buying stuff, and I'm like, What are you doing? You can't wear that here. And she's like, what do you mean I can't wear it? I'm like, I'm like, take that off. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, stripped down. She's like, oh, thank you. You saved me. But I wanted to tell you a quick story about the hurricane. So when I worked, oh my God, what was the name of it? Once Upon a Time, that store. It's just a random merchandise store. That sells
like the Netflix series?
Well, there was a store called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood Studios on Sunset Boulevard, and it's right next to the Beauty and the Beast show, and it's just basic. First of all, no air conditioning anywhere.
Oh no!
In any of these retail places, it was terrible. At least in that park on that strip, but they so whenever there was a hurricane, we opened the doors and everyone would sit down and they would kind of bunker up, and we were allowed to just basically give them free snacks and merchandise, and we would sometimes do fun little games and stuff like that, or the 50 characters would come inside and like act while they were in there and stuff like that. One time though, and this is where it gets a little crazy, one time a palm tree fell down. And the palm tree, from what I heard, and I don't know if it's true, but I heard that it landed on somebody. And I heard,
oh no!
And I, from what I heard, because my managers would not let me out of the, word travels fast, word of mouth when you're an employee. Like we heard. Yeah. From somebody that works over there that somebody came over here and they're like, yo, did you hear? It's like someone got hit by a palm tree. I think they're dead. Like, first of all, no one dies in Disney either. Nobody dies on Reedy Creek property. They get pronounced dead in the ambulance on their way to Orlando Hospital.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But
he's missing his head. He's still alive. He's gonna make
yeah. He's missing his whole body. No, he's still alive. It's okay. But yeah, I do remember glancing around the building because the palm tree that I was trying to see was blocked. It was over near like that restaurant where like your mom or your grandma is like the host or something like that.
50s Primetime Cafe.
50s Primetime Cafe. And
that's such a weird way to explain that your grandma's out.
I when you work there, I didn't really know anything. I just kind of enjoyed my life there. But what was I going to say? So this palm tree, like I remember seeing it and I was like, oh my God. When I saw it, there were like 20-foot boards of wood with like caution tape signs around the area where the tree would have, I guess, fallen down. And then I saw a bunch of people in like orange, glowing, like hazard, I guess, what was it called? Like safety gear. They went into this door. And they were like, came out with a bunch of pieces of wood, closed the door. The whole thing just broke down. I watched it break down in like 2 minutes and the palm tree was gone. If there was any blood stains, it was completely cleaned and bleached out of the concrete. And
oh my God.
palm tree was gone. It was just like no evidence, completely gone,
They're
all
so
within like 2 to
fast
5
with
minutes.
it. You know how
They-
fast they removed Halloween to Christmas decorations literally overnight.
Overnight, yeah.
The entire park. If you go, November 1st is the last day, I believe, of Halloween decorations. If you leave the park, let's say 10 p.m. it closes, and you go to the Magic Kingdom next morning at 9 a.m. for opening, it will be Christmas the next morning.
They put it up in 10
hours.
They break it down and
entire park.
How many people they have doing that?
Thousands.
It's a lot.
Overnight
Oh my God.
change the
They definitely have to subcontract some of that out. There's no way that a lot of
for sure.
Disney employees.
Either that or they put up like extra hour shifts to get people like extra hands.
Yeah, that might make sense.
Man, yeah, well, let me tell you, Justin, it was the best time of my life. So I like to savor
one of the best times of my life for sure.
Aw, you guys are like reminiscing. You're like so happy. So speaking of people not passing away at Disney, let's say people that don't pass away at Disney, but they bring their ashes there, or their loved ones bring their ashes there. Have you guys seen that? Or like, I want to be like ashes spread at Disney.
No, but I've heard of it. I heard of a lot of people for some reason wanting to do it in the Haunted Mansion and wanting to do it in, I believe, Small World in the river.
Okay. Wait, when you say do it, you mean spread the ashes? Not
yes.
Okay, not do it. Okay, gotcha.
No,
have you seen that though? Have you seen like people being naughty in really weird places? Like, guys, there's children around here. This is not good.
So I have a mini story.
Okay.
Here we go.
Go.
Okay, so this is when I was working at Rock and Roller Coaster. Mm-hmm. And for any of you who've been on Rock and Roller Coaster, when you go inside the building, you're basically being attended to by parking attendants. They want to get you into this limo that's going to take you to the Aerosmith concert as fast as possible. So on the other side of the platform, there's like this box where it looks like the box that you would go up to give somebody your key and they would go and valet your car. But inside the box is an entire TV system, ride operating system, and someone sits in there and has control over the entire ride. Okay. So every 40 minutes, someone gets rotation. So at some point, you're in there. And I was in there one day, and I'm just staring at all the screens, making sure everyone's safe and all that. And I'm listening to the radio next to me, and I hear on the radio that they need security to the companion bathroom outside of Rock and Roller Coaster. And I was like,
a sketchy bathroom.
Okay, like just listening. And then they're like, again, we need assistance to the Rock and Roller Coaster bathrooms. Apparently, guests are complaining that there's a female screaming so loud inside the bathroom that it sounded like she was getting hurt. And when they knocked on the door, a man and a woman came out, and the cleaning people, mousekeeping, had to go in and clean up the mess. And this was the talk of the entire ride area. Like all of Tower of Terror knew about it, all of Coaster knew about it, all of Beauty and the Beast knew about it.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, word travels fast. I've definitely heard stories about the bathrooms near Animation Courtyard too. Got a lot of
that's a secluded area. That's why.
Yep. Because there's literally like a hedge in front of the bathroom. And behind it's the bathroom, and no one's there. Like there's always like a random dad on his phone waiting for his kids or something. But when there wasn't, people were like, shady stuff happens sometimes in weird corners.
Oh my God!
I used to know a way to sneak into to Epcot through. I don't know what's the ride that is like the future. It's like a roller coaster train thing. Future? Is that Epcot or is that Magic Kingdom?
Roller Coaster Future.
It looks like a rail, like a it's like made by Ford, I think. You sit on this thing and you like choose your vehicle and stuff. I don't know.
Are you talking about Test Track?
Is that what it is? Test Track? I went on there once in my life, but over there back with so you can go through what happens is you go through to skip costuming and to skip like going into the park the main way. You park in the employee parking lot all the way to the left of like that area, and you were able to walk around to the back of that ride from the parking lot, and you could just walk right in to the park. Like there was just a way, like you walk right in and that's it, you're in. And I never needed to go through costuming because I would always I was notorious for forgetting my ID, and I would be pissed because I was like, I'm not going back to my house to get my ID. So you're like trying to haggle with the security, and you're trying to sneak in like without wasting an hour of your time.
That's nuts. So based on what you guys know, and I guess the money that, or especially stuff with the groups that you're in, what is the most that someone do you think would be willing to pay for some of those golden moments? Like you think like 100,000's a cat, 500,000's a cat. I think Walt gets 150 this year.
I think that with Disney, with anything really, if there's a fan base for it and you love it that much, people are gonna pay.
Yeah.
Like, for example, let's just say celebrities happen to get in on this. I know one of the biggest Disney fan celebrities is John Stamos. John Stamos has Disney memorabilia all over his house. I'm pretty sure he has one of the actual Dumbo ride things in his house.
That's amazing.
Like the actual Dumbo Pete from the ride, he has it in his house.
That's
so imagine awesome. if he got onto this and he was like, yeah, I want to have. You'd think he wouldn't drop $50K on a Disney NFT?
Oh, if I had money, I would have. How much is the Walt? I don't know the prices
Walt's
right
like
now.
40,000 now, I think. Well, you can't tell. They're doing them.
Last I saw, I thought someone said one had sold for 42K.
Well,
so they're doing the migration now, so we can't get into the app because they're migrating everything over. So,
well, if I had money, I would spend up to $500,000. If I was a millionaire, that's what I would do. Because
so if you had $1 million, you spent half.
Knowing for me personally, like I know me and Steph are pretty educated with the background of Disney because we have to learn about it, I would say. But if you are a Disney super fan, you know the significant, like Jeff Bezos, for example, that his idol is Walt Disney. And look at him, he's one of the richest people in the world. So in terms of somebody who has a dream, Walt Disney did a pretty good job at making his dream come true. And that's a very big thing in terms of entrepreneurship, I think. So Walt Disney is pretty well respected in that, even though he did some shady stuff. And let's not get into the actual history of some stuff. From the good side of it, and from what we have today, we wouldn't have without him. And I think the value of something with him in it, especially that just the statue in general, I definitely think that will go up in value. Again, I am the worst person to ask that though.
And especially like we said, like overall, this is really early for everyone, but even just for the crazy, I want to say crazy, but the avid big Disney collector community where they just want to collect everything. Once they all come in, and there's a bunch of, because Disney has just so many opportunities to release NFTs. You know how many movies they have?
Oh yeah.
How many characters are in each movie? That there's specific characters that just hold so much weight and aren't even main characters in certain movies, like Mushu in Mulan.
Yeah,
Awaken.
If they released like a Mulan box, you don't think Mushu would be the #1 pick out of the entire box?
Yeah,
I want the cricket. You were one lucky bug.
I want the grandma. Would you like to stay for dinner? Would you like to stay forever?
But there's just so many, like there's so much room for people to have this grow into something big, and Disney's just starting out with this, so it's only gonna grow and it's gonna become massive.
I have to tell all my subscribers that I was wrong, and I have to just buy every Disney one now to sell everything.
I mean, you weren't wrong. You had said, I'm pretty sure I watched enough of your streams. You said everything Marvel you're buying. That's already under Disney. So
that's true. That's true. But it's not like Disney. But either way, so I know this one guy. I don't know if he said how much he has. I know how much he has, but publicly, he has 100 waltz, but he's got well over 100 waltz. Like he's got like,
oh man,
he's got at least 50% more than that, and I know how much he has.
If he's
So-
in that chat, I will wash your dishes for a year. Like
he's not in this chat, I don't think.
okay.
Also, yeah, you said mousekeeping before, right? Like not housekeeping, it's mousekeeping.
It's like housekeeping, but with the mouse in it. They make everything Disney-fied.
Oh, yeah.
That was a free way to get tickets too, by volunteering with the ears. If you did something like if you sang in a chorus during some charity event, you get like 10. They just throw tickets at you.
Oh, that's so cool. Is the Andy's Coming thing real? Like, do all the characters go like? Do they fall down?
It was real at one point.
Yeah.
But so many people started doing. You heard that too, Justin?
In the beginning, so before it was like I don't know, a TikTok trend. What are the kids calling it nowadays? Before it was a thing in 2013, I'm pretty sure that's when it started happening, and it was like a cool little thing because the like those what are they called, the army men, they would do it, and I was like, oh, this is hilarious, and I would tell my coworkers, I'd be like, yo, the army men like dropped to the floor, and then it was like a thing every day, and then they stopped doing it. It was like within a week they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Probably getting bruises on themselves.
I mean, yeah.
Well, people were just saying it every 2 seconds. Oh, Andy's coming. You expect Woody to just in the middle of a picture just drop like.
Yeah, it definitely started getting annoying. I can imagine, especially like if I was doing that, I would start getting very annoyed. I give props to some of the people, especially the Star Wars people and the stormtroopers and all the stuff they probably have to deal with, just from kids either hating them because they're bad guys or like you know, all the BS that they get, or people trying to touch their guns or take their helmets off and stuff like that.
That makes sense. So there's a bunch of people here. Like, you guys are you're influencing a lot of people. Somebody here before said my girlfriend just bought tickets to Disney now, and someone's like, I live 2 hours away. I'm gonna go.
I saw Kobe Collects over there buying some Vinylmations.
Yeah, Kobe Collects is going crazy.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
250 by the end of the year, 7 million before. Wow.
Yeah, some of these people going crazy.
I just Disney is always a good investment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Disney's definitely up there, but also keep in mind, Pokemon's also up there. So
I can't wait. I can't freaking wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I put a lot of Omi into the app, and I will use all of it on land, on characters. It's going down.
Migration's already happening, right? I'm screwed. I have to wait.
It's like tonight. Yeah, you have to. Eventually, you'll be able to go and put your Omi on like this bridge system, and then you can convert it to layer 1 to go on exchanges, or layer 2 to go on the app, and then you'll be able to.
I'm just gonna put it on the app because I don't plan on taking it out anytime soon.
Oh yeah, we don't have a whole lot.
I definitely think Disney would incorporate. I saw someone wrote like utilities. I definitely think Disney, they're very smart.
And they would do that?
They would definitely do some type of utility for their NFTs. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, the rapper Nas just dropped like a NFT. And if you happen to land one, you had secret access to secret Sweet Chick menu. The restaurant Sweet Chick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine something Disney like that where you had access to like a secret like Disney menu. You know how crazy people would go over that?
Oh, it'd be crazy.
I need to go to the bank. I need to go and just maybe I don't want to sell any of my Omi. I don't know.
There's just so much potential.
So maybe I need to add more Omi into the app, and then I'll buy some stuff once Omi Moons go to. Man, I didn't want to.
What do you guys think is going to be when the market opens after the Disney drop on the weekend? What do you think the prices are going to be like?
Oh, well, I'm hoping I can get 3 of them because I've been pretty lucky.
Okay, so I don't know. Well, we have the mints. The mints are the mints are not like insignificant, but they're not crazy high either.
Listen, I'll let you go. I'll let chat everybody in the chat. I'll let you in on a secret because maybe not for iPhone because no offense, but I'm not an iPhone fan. But on Android, all I do is spam that button like I'm playing Mario Party for 10 minutes straight. I look at the timer, and one time I did it for 20 minutes. I got 2 Lokis, the 2 Loki Gators, animated, I believe, and I got the. Either way, just do it for 10 minutes. I'm telling you, because you don't realize it. But when it says it's sold out, just keep spamming it. Just keep spamming on it. Don't stop. And eventually somebody, I don't know what happens, but it just comes through. And I'm like, oh my God, I did it again. And then I'm like, oh my God, it happened again. I'm like, it's 7 minutes later. What's going on? Like, you get pretty lucky with that.
Yeah. So there was so the price prediction, I guess, because there's 14,000 is for each of those is, it's not little, but it's not, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred.
I think that in the beginning it would definitely be a little bit lower, obviously, because when they first come out, like for example, when Spider-Man the movie came out, the NFTs went off the charts like the 2 weeks before the hype of the movie coming out.
Yeah.
But I think if Veve and Disney, or even if Veve and all the IPs that they have start doing a trading card collection for things, similar to how Nickelodeon did their Nick E-cards and had every one of their franchises on it, I think that the Disney ones will definitely be very valuable later on because they would have been one of the first sets of cards that you can get in terms
That's true. It's like a double whammy. It's the first sets, it's the first music, or it's the first cards, it's the first music, it's the first Disney set. So
I'm not even thinking of the music. So it's
the Steamboat Willie has like 13,000 mints or 18,000 mints, the common.
I can't.
Yeah, we can't. Either way, there's like,
I can't look.
So there's a very good possibility that these common Minnie and Mickey ones that have less mints than the Steamboat Willie and their first edition and have music and they're the first card, that they go over $1,000 for the common. So Donald Duck at the uncommon with about 4,000 less of him. First edition, it's should be first appearance, but again, it's art, so it's first edition. Maybe 1,000 or something for him and Daisy. There's a lot less of her. I think Pluto. Pluto didn't get too much on there. He didn't get too much on the poll that we did before.
Yeah, I don't think one person said his name.
No, there's a couple.
There were a couple, but I definitely, I'd just be lucky to get one.
Yeah, he's an ultra. But this Goofy with 4,444 editions, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000 maybe.
Floor price, you're saying?
10,000, yeah, like the floor price.
Yeah, probably. We'll see within 30 minutes of it coming out. It's just...
that's gonna be so that's gonna be so insane. Fudge. So that would be my guess. I mean, which one are you guys hoping for? Like, if you could only get one, like the blind box, like, all right, I'm gonna get one. Which one are you guys hoping for?
Donald.
Yeah, Donald Duck.
I like how his looks the most.
That's true. He looks so happy.
Do you have a link? Or can you flip these? Because I don't know what they look like. I tried Googling it and.
Oh yeah, I'll get you. I'll text you the link. Steph, do you have the link?
I do.
Okay. All right. So you got the link you already saw, Justin. I'll text you that right now.
Yeah, just so I can see, because I did see the group. It's kind of funny because they almost look like the Dolan Duck. Well, not Dolan Duck, but they look like a better version drawn of it, of the memes.
Well, that's the style that they're going for. You know where Great Movie Ride used to be, in the Chinese theater building?
Mm-hmm.
At Mickey's Runaway Train, or whatever it is this style of Mickey.
Oh my God, Goofy! What the heck?
Yeah, he looks
like a heroin addict.
He does not look good. Like, he's had a rough day.
I actually like Pluto. He has his ear up. He's like, seriously, he doesn't look stupid like he normally does.
Daisy actually looks really good too.
Yeah.
Ooh, Daisy. How you doing, girl? Donald Duck looks like he's getting ready to go to work.
Yeah.
I like the Minnie. Minnie's a little sassy. I'm not a big Mickey fan. I definitely like the Minnie. I would say Pluto.
Yeah. I love dogs.
Oh, and it's like my lucky number, 66. Oh, yes. I love this.
Ultra rare. Percy Pigs. I don't know if I know that character. Is that
Percy Pig?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that
I don't know Percy Pig.
Maybe that he's just trolling and that's not a character.
I don't know.
Maybe
he meant Porky Pig?
There's a British brand of pig-shaped gummies.
Okay.
In Germany.
Could you guys imagine when, and again, so Alfred R. Kahn, the guy who's the head of licensing, he did say in a video in 2018 that there will be advertising from Disney. Like, I don't know if it's going to be at the parks, like the end of a ride. Hey, download the Veve app, buy these Disney NFTs, or it's going to be at the end of movies, download this QR code, something like that. Have you guys witnessed the birth of anything like, hey, this is something new that has never happened before with Disney while you were there? I mean, outside of maybe Pixar.
Well, I joined the company when pin trading was already a big thing, but I witnessed the big transition into vinylmation. Like it was huge when it first came out.
We opened, oh my God, Legends, that store on on the boulevard over there. That store was a useless store, and we never knew what to do with it. We always would turn it into random things. It turned into a only vinylmation store, and you can only buy 5
and it sold
of each
so
one.
much because that was also blind box, Randy. It was like $10 for like a box, and you could get one of 12, and there was like a secret.
It was
rare
this with a question mark on it, and you had no idea what you were buying, but it was part of the set.
And you had a chance of getting like the secret rare one, which was like the chaser, and there was only one in a box of like 12.
Yep. Wow. People were buying them by the boxes, and we were only allowed to sell 5 per transaction of the same set.
And you were also able to trade those too. You could like go into a store and they would have a couple of them set up, and you could be like, "Hey, can I trade this Donald vinyl for that?" We
used to have to open them off the shelves because people would steal them all the time. So we used to have to open them and like put new ones on the display rack.
Have you guys, I don't know, well, Justin, I know you did. Have you ever played Pokemon Go? And did you guys ever play that in Disney? Is that like a...
I played Pokemon Go. I didn't play it in Disney, though.
So when Pokemon Go first came out, I was actually working on a cruise ship in Alaska for an internship.
I remember that. And
Pokemon Go was broken. If you go, because basically when you're in a moving vehicle and you go to see the Pokemon just goes because you're moving. So the GPS was moving. So on a cruise ship, when you're going at whatever the mileage is per hour, however many knots you're going, I would be like, oh, look, a Caterpie, just gone. I'm like, oh, we can never catch it. I can't. I couldn't. It was literally impossible to play on a cruise ship. But I visited Disney once, and more specifically, not Disney. I visited Universal, and this is before they announced that they were like buying. They were creating Nintendo World. I guarantee you that they had it in the works that they were gonna do this previously, because Pokemon Go had they had gyms and they had certain events in the Universal theme park at major icon areas, like if you went to the Dr. Seuss place, for example, there were certain statues and stuff that you would go to, and there would be something going on there, or you can get a certain Pokemon. And I was like, this is crazy. I was like, why is Universal partnering with, why is this a thing? Like, Pokemon Go specifically partnered with Universal to put this in the app only at the Universal theme park. And then 4 years later, I found out that they were making Nintendo World, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. They were testing something. Probably.
That makes so much sense. Pokemon Go came out. I couldn't play it because I was in Kuwait, and it just didn't work over there. And I was like, no, I had to see everyone.
No, you missed it in its prime then.
I did. It was so salty.
Listen, there was one night, me and Susan were playing it pretty active when it came out. Yeah. And one night we went over to the city Fifth Avenue, that big Apple store right there on like 5th and 57th or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And there was hundreds of people with their phones open catching Pokemon, right?
Mhm.
Somebody said, "There's a muck down the block." Yo, like a stampede. Thousands of people started running down the block, down the side of Fifth Avenue, right along Central Park, trying to get this muck. You should have seen people. Did you get it? Did you get it? Bro, it just left. It's so funny.
That must, yeah, I forgot. The Pokemon Go in New York must have been hysterical.
It was so fun that night.
I've seen videos of people like at the beach, like there's a Charizard, there's something over here. Like that would have been. I wish if there's any one thing I could go back and change about my life, it would be that. It would to be able to go back and enjoy that with everyone.
Pokemon Go in the prime.
Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah,
amazing.
I definitely. A lot of my friends were into it, and I wish I got on the grind. I don't like walking. If I could drive and stop at I was a big fan of driving to the places and then stopping there and then.
I would have done that all day. I would have walked all day. That'd been great. But so we've gone for about 2 hours. Anything else y'all want to bring up? You want to talk about?
My name
Anybody have
tag.
any questions?
Yeah. Any other questions y'all have for the? I'll talk to the chat.
I feel like we talked about a lot of secrets and facts.
Yeah.
And...
This is great. This is a lot of fun. This was fantastic. So I'm really. Yeah, no, it was great. Steph, you have no cash out point. Like let's say you get the Goofy Secret Rare, and I know you said unfortunately you would never sell it. Would you?
I mean, maybe if something came up where I would like need it, but.
Or
would
one
of the first few Disney NFTs, that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're, like, if you think about it, I think about, like, WALL-E. If you think about WALL-E, how the future world, people were just, everything was digital, and those people were sitting on those, like, chairs and just, like,
they were drinking their dinner.
Riding around. I just feel like we're kind of going in that direction a little bit. Everything's digital. We're not using paper money anymore. Like a lot of places in New York, they say they can't even accept cash.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
Card payment only.
Everything is going to be legal.
Every single thing is going to be digital, and whether people want to accept that or not, that's just the route we're going. And if now is the time to get in on it while it's early, and not a lot of people are aware of the transition that the world as a whole is going to make.
We get more NFTs in the beginning than they do. So
it's true. Good point.
Eventually, I'm not going to be able to press that button and get any.
Yeah, they're going to a queue. They're going to like you press the button, then you put into a queue, and then they'll make it random. You get this one, you get this one. Which was fine, I guess. I don't really get too much of these drops anymore. I think I got one drop this last week. It was the first of the Craven Spider-Man. It was like last week.
I only got one. I got the Daredevil on my first ever try for a drop, and I got nothing after that since.
Oh, wow. What was the last thing I got? I think I got a comic. Comics are pretty easy to get.
So, Steph, you weren't here. Justin, you might have been here during this time, but when the Marvel Mighties first started coming out, I was casually getting, oh, hey, I got a box. What did I get? Oh, I got a rare. I got a box. So I got like 20 boxes, like just casually, not spamming. It was like, oh, you had talked to hey, look at that. I got It was crazy.
And this was when? When did these drop?
This is in August.
Hearing these stories makes me so. I don't know if I'm like grateful that I came in now where I'm like I can't really get anything, or if I'm mad that I missed out on a time where I could have gotten a lot. But then like thinking about it now, I would have been spoiled. Like, yeah, I used to get them like it was nothing, and now I can't get shit.
Well, I'm a little mad because that's around the time I joined the actual app, because I had at the time I had like 600,000 OMI, I think. I didn't even have the app downloaded. I wasn't into Veve. I was just like, oh, I got to get this OMI because it's like this. I understood the value of NFT of the Veve app specifically. specifically because I just collect random stuff, and I was like, well, if I do this, people are gonna love. If Pokemon comes out, I'm gonna sell all my Pokemon stuffed animals to get Pokemon NFTs. So it's like, and I have some expensive Pokemon stuffed animals. Fun fact: I have some Pikachu's from the launch of Nintendo World in New York City. I have a Grand Opening sticker and stuff like that.
Wait, didn't you? You had one Pikachu. I don't know if it was there. And NSFW, for anyone that's listening right now, where you basically you gave it a nearly headless Nick thing, and you took the head almost off, and you stuffed like condoms in it, and then you put the head back on to make it look like it was normal, so that your mom wouldn't find the condoms.
Yeah, I've done stuff like that. I actually have a Squirtle that is my drug Squirtle when I used to drive in a car. So you ready? Hold on, where see his neck? Hold on.
That's exactly what you did to Pikachu.
Yeah, so his neck has a little hole in it, and I could hide stuff in there, like while I'm driving, and I used to put him right on the windshield. I'm obsessed with Squirtle and Disney. Actually, look at this. This is a Squirtle wearing a Finding Nemo outfit from Build-A-Bear.
I love that. I love when they just bash up things like that. That really like warms my heart.
Yeah.
But this is only one of many. This is some of these stuffed animals are from 1996, 98.
Wow.
The 2000s. This one is garbage. That's from like a claw machine. Let me see yours. Which one you have? I have the Charizard one of that.
Oh, I had it from Pokemon Snap. Like it's Pikachu and oh my god, you got Pikachu and Charizard. I got Pikachu and Ampharos.
And then I have Pikachu in let's see. I have another Pikachu somewhere. This one, Christina Karai gave me in high school.
Oh, I love her.
Oh boy, I have way too many Pokemon stuff. I even have a Detective Pikachu. I collected all the ones from 7-Eleven when this movie came out. You have
a Pocket Pikachu?
A Pocket Pikachu. Oh, like the toy, the electronic. Yep.
Yeah.
I did, but the screen stopped working because it was so old, so you can't see anything on the screen anymore.
That's rough. Jay Hotaru was mad at Justin saying, "You did what to Pikachu?"
Well, listen, no one would ever look in there. People least expected, and I get a lot of hate. Well, I get made fun a lot for hoarding these Pokemon stuffed animals, but
so Steph, at the Disney store in New York, were there like similar rules that you could say like, oh, this child is crying, let me give you a plush, or was that only at Disney World and Disney Store had nothing like that?
I think it was just Disney World.
No, I don't remember ever.
We had little things at Disney Store that was similar. Like we could write out like it was called a magical moment card, where we could like, oh, they're celebrating a birthday, or they're celebrating last day of school because they came to like little things like that. We could give out like sometimes there was a little pin that you could give out. It wasn't anything like big that you could do at Disney World.
Okay, gotcha.
They're a different company essentially. Well, I mean, it's part of Disney, but they're completely separated on the balance sheets, so they're more business than Disney is, I guess. That
makes sense. I've only been there a couple times. It's 2 floors, right? There's one, or there's 3 floors.
Yeah, it's actually the only Disney store open anymore. They closed them all.
Really?
Go to the mall, dude. They're all gone. Roosevelt.
Why? Why did they do that?
I don't know. Again, what we're moving to, everything is digital. A lot of people don't go to stores anymore. You can just get whatever you want online. Every other day they have a free shipping promo.
I mean, even DVDs and Blu-rays now, like the Disney Vault, is essentially useless.
Disney Plus.
I like collecting Little Mermaid stuff. So I actually the last thing I ever bought at a Disney store was I bought the Little Mermaid Blu-ray.
Oh, you got the lithographs.
Because I wanted the lithographs. And It has it has like the original sketch, like little sketch of Ariel, stuff like that. And look at Ursula. Before Ursula was actually Ursula, she looked a lot crazier.
Cool. Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? So I actually never went for the Blu-ray. I never went back to pick it up when it came out. I just wanted the lithograph.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
I still have my receipt, and I guess I can't cash it in anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about? Because I used to collect some of the I had Lion King, I had the Disney Renaissance, but I also had the old school ones like Aristocats, 101 Dalmatians on VHS. What do you guys make of Disney Plus now that you kind of don't need any DVDs or Blu-rays or VHS anymore? They're all right there. Is that cool, or is that I kind of miss having my collection?
Oh, I love it. I watched all the Rescue Rangers first thing.
Feel both ways, I guess, if I think about it too much. I'm one of those people that I like collecting something. Just the art of collecting, you know what I mean? Like searching for things, just everything about collecting. I like it. So that I like to collect DVDs at the time when they were out. But now I do like the fact that I could go on Disney Plus and I could watch, you said you love Little Mermaid. They have the Little Mermaid series from back in 1980s or whatever it was, the animated series on Disney Plus. The last time I watched that, I think I was probably 5 years old. So I love the fact that they have things like that on there that I haven't seen in over 20 years.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely there's a lot of it's crazy too because you could think of it and you just type it in the search bar and it just happens to be there. You're like, what? I definitely think that the one thing I don't like about it is one big thing about Disney for me growing up as a kid, as I'm sure a lot of people, it's the experience of sitting down with your family on a couch and putting a VHS tape in. And a lot of people don't have these experiences anymore, but you pop that VHS in, the lights are off, the TV's the CRT television is flickering static and light waves into your eyeballs. It's not widescreen, it's a square. And I just remember watching that, and it was just a big thing because you would always have a group of people surrounding it. Now you have Disney Plus. You're not going to be like, yo, come over and watch Fox in the Hound with me, bro. It's on Disney Plus. I'm going to watch it alone or with my mother.
You know what? I've seen people, like I said, there's a fan group for everything. In these Disney groups on Facebook, they're doing Disney Plus movie nights, where they'll have they'll make a meal themed around the movie that they're watching with their family.
Hi, Kobe. Yeah.
I could picture doing something like that in the Veveverse, when they have that in AR. Hey, you can watch a movie. They have it on YouTube already, saying watch along. We'll have a watch party and we'll all watch the same movie at the same time as long as you pay for it. I might actually do that at some point. I think that'd be pretty fun.
My uncle has a company called Sidestream, where you get paid more to do that, and you can bring your followers from YouTube and Twitch.
Nice. Also, Justin, you changed the password on the mobilemovies.org. I wanted to watch something the other day, and I couldn't watch it.
It's capital S now.
Okay, copy that.
Okay. Yeah, we can't talk too much about that, but
okay, copy.
That's a very elite club right there. That's the 33 club right there.
Okay. What are you guys' favorite or what are you guys most excited about the next year of Disney movies? What are the big things?
I'm not aware of anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
I know there's a lot of live actions coming out. I'm not really a big fan of those.
I
the Lion King or Aladdin.
And I didn't
They were good. I'm just a fan of classic Disney animation.
Yeah, I like those too.
It just has a look and a feel that's just not like other
You're
stuff.
never going to see it again anymore. Nobody draws hand-drawn anymore. It's all made on
I think the last was Princess and the Frog, right?
I think they
I didn't
but
even see that one.
again, that was like a special. They did that on purpose to give it that feel. It's not like they have to go out of their way now to get people to actually draw stuff. Upcoming Disney movies.
Do you think there'll be a Frozen 3?
Yes.
Of course there will be. They're going to milk
Without
that
a doubt.
franchise forever.
Because do you think they would kind of take that theory of not the whole theory, but that Tarzan was like, their brother, because the King Queen of Arendelle, they were the parents in Tarzan.
Oh yeah. The Disney conspiracies.
Do you think they would take that and they would say, well, actually their parents did have another kids, and they're like instead of being ice and summer or autumn like Elsa and Anna are, they're the other seasons? Think they would do that?
Maybe they wouldn't do something like spot on, but they might like put something involving something like that as like a funny moment, like the same way they did the Spider-Man meme in the movie. Like they might put something like that. You know what I mean? Like to make it funny.
That would be cool. That'd be fun.
Real fast for Wes over there. What kind of name is Justin Apple Pie? So this is actually a Disney thing. When I worked at the Disney parks, when you clock in on the machine backstage, it is Justin A. Pie. It was the last 3 letters of your last name. It was your full first name, and it was the middle initial. So my thing always said Justin A. Pie. And my manager one day was like, "What kind of pie is it, Justin? Is it apple?" Ha 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 ha. So one day I came into work, and he changed my name in the system to Justin Apple Pie.
That's awesome.
And that's great. And it just stuck forever.
I made that my handle on everything. I changed it from
amazing.
Yeah, I forgot what it used to be. A bunch of emo stuff. I would always change it to some random song I liked at the time.
Your gamer tag is no longer Little Tizzle?
Well, no. Well, Xbox and PlayStation are always Little Tizzle.
Okay, gotcha.
But like Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, I've gone from PKMN trainer Justin to Mr. Cat Dad back, but I always go back to Justin Apple Pie because it's just
I remember that.
Stuck. But that came from Disney. That's the only reason why I have that.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't. I feel like you guys had these like amazing college like Disney experiences that makes me want to go. Makes me want to do stuff. I just want to go to Disney.
There's just so much to do. It frustrates me when people say that. Like, I hear a lot from people that Disney's just for kids.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
No. It's not.
You can go to Disney and not go on one single ride and have the best time of your life.
Yeah, it seems great. Especially, I would love to go on.
And if you look around you, when you go to the parks, if you look around you, there's more adults. I mean, granted, there's going to be adults, but you don't see as many like families with kids. You see a lot of couples, a lot of older couples go, elderly couples go. Like it brings back such nostalgia for people that they'll always be able to connect with. That's what, no matter how old you are, you're going to be able to enjoy it.
What is the most astounding fact or astounding thing that's ever happened at Disney for you? Like, wow, I can't believe this is real.
For me, I mean, unrelated, that was really my first experience moving out of New York and living on my own. And Florida was definitely the place to do that because, especially working at Disney, you're surrounded by a total, it's not Long Island. It's not 97% white. You know, it's very culturally diverse over there. And it was very, I mean, you know, I'm a friendly guy. It wasn't like a whole big change for me, but it was very nice to be part of that and experience something other than a random suburb in Long Island. It changed my life. It definitely did. It opened my eyes, and I got to meet a lot of people and realize that, you know, the world is literally just nothing what I thought it was, like when you get over there. And that's what I miss about Florida. I think that's why I want to move back down there. But at the same time, it comes with all those experiences of working 80 hours a week and not getting to do anything and always, you know, being frustrated and not having enough money. So it's definitely
Nerd
win
Shaman. Do you work for Disney?
I don't know if she does. I let me see.
We still do hand drawn animation, but it's not on paper. Okay, that's cool. I have a question, Nerd Shaman. I don't know what you work for or what you do, but do you guys use Toon Boom or a modified version, or does Disney have their own software for 2D animation? Because I know for 3D animation and Pixar and stuff, you guys use like a modified version of Maya, Autodesk Maya, and I know Disney obviously has all the patents and stuff for their own features and stuff like that in the program.
We'll see. I don't know if she's 100% on here right now. So on her Instagram, it says on Earth try to spread love and peace through universal connection. She has 63,000 followers on Instagram.
Wow,
Okay.
bravo.
That's bananas.
She's an artist?
Yeah,
I need to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, so I guess she's got a couple of things that she draws. I don't know if you can really tell. See what it is.
That's dope.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
So I guess I can say it now. I'm gonna have Anthony Francisco on the podcast next week. He co-designed Baby Groot and the Dora Milaje, and so that'll be really interesting to get him on.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
That is awesome. Wow. So he wow.
Yeah, he's on a new NFT project.
Hold on a second. Tell him that he is a fan. So I mean, hold on a second.
Do you have Baby Groot or Dora Milaje? Oh,
I do have a Baby Groot. I have
like the overall art for Baby Groot or Baby Groot for Veve?
No, it's a baby. Oh, you know what?
Well, he's a former Marvel Studios artist who he said he designed Baby Groot and Dora Milaje.
So overall, he's just the creator of Baby Groot.
I guess, yeah.
That's
no,
amazing.
I don't have it on me, but yeah, I have a picture. I have a poster of Baby Groot. I just never hung it up.
Yeah, I guess he did a whole. I guess he posted on Insta like
these are original sketches right here. That's awesome.
That's so awesome.
Happy Thanksgiving, all that jazz. So yeah, I can't wait to do that interview. That'll be fun. So, that'll be.
Hey, Randy, do me a favor and text me Nerd Shaman.
Nerd Shaman's Insta?
Yeah, just because I want to add her.
Okay, hang on.
Or him.
Yes. Okay, there. I'll send a screenshot and I will. Hopefully this is okay. I mean, you know, it's a public Instagram, so.
Oh no, of course, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just really fine. We still do Henry. Oh yeah, I just read that there. But yeah, that's about it. Those are good times. Any suggestions of who you want me to get on the podcast at some point, or try to get on the podcast?
Gary V.
I don't think I can get him on the podcast.
Dude, he listens. He reads every email that he gets. You harass him every day, and you ask him why the hell he's not talking about Veve. Like, I want to know
because he's partnered with Recur.
I don't care what he's partnered with. Okay, he follows money. He follows logic, and I want to know, Gary V. I know you're maybe watching this, and probably not, or you have a team of people, but you know, Randy Chavez is up there. Okay, and
my friend Dan did an interview with him. Dan Charbel. He was on here before, and he did like the 5 questions Gary V like 2 months ago, and I'm gonna get Dan on the podcast this quarter. If not February, it'll be in March. So that'll be pretty fun. He's a New York Times bestseller guy, so I'm pretty excited. But yeah, Gary V he's very, very busy. I don't know if I can do that.
I know his time is value, and everything that he does is. Yeah, I know. I've been following him for a very long time.
Okay, Steph, you have anyone that you think I should?
I'm trying to think.
I'll get if my friend Erica texts me, I'll get your sister, I'll get Susan, and I'll get my friend Erica on because they both worked at Disney also. Did Susan work down at Disney in Orlando as well?
Yeah, she worked at, I believe, Memento Mori, which is the Haunted Mansion shop, and the Christmas shop, which is right across the street from that store.
Nice.
If you want more Disney people, yeah, I can get Victoria Tower of Terror in here. She started a touring company, and after she left Disney, and she was basically, families and businesses utilize her service to go down to Disney, and she basically takes care of the kids so the adults can go off and
that's
do
legit.
Stuff like
Good
that.
for her. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to do this like every time, I'll say like every time Disney drops something, which I was thinking like once a month, but there's a chance that they drop something like every week at some point, so that could be a lot.
I mean,
the Disney gang.
Yeah. I'm definitely down to talk Disney whenever you're wanting to talk Disney.
Okay. I'll let you guys know. Kobe's asking where they can follow you guys on like Twitter or Facebook.
I have no Instagram, no Twitter.
Man, so rip to that. Well, Kobe, whenever she comes on.
So Justin Apple Pie, I think, Snapchat, Insta. I have to look at my Insta. I don't know, but
Okay, you look up your Insta. While you're doing that, Nerd Shaman is a professional animator. Went to Cal Arts, which is founded by Disney. Most shows use Toon Boom, but not sure about Disney shows. I would have to ask friends.
Most shows use Toon
That's
Boom,
so
but not
cool.
sure what Disney shows. I would have to. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely interesting because, like, I've been looking into softwares to purchase, and I've been experimenting with OpenTunes, which is used a lot by Studio Ghibli and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But Toon Boom is just so expensive, and if you want to randomly play around with it, it's a little unfair about how expensive it is, especially if you don't have the hardware for it.
Justin, I believe. Have you ever heard of the Khan Academy?
Yes, KHAN, like the
Have you heard about the Disney course that they have on there?
I did not. So that's free. I'll definitely.
You'd probably love it. Now that I'm hearing you talk about what you're talking about, I believe there's a whole animation course.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I went to a technical school in high school for animation, and I actually won a state competition for New York with one of my animations. But this was back in 2008 when animation was.
I remember that. You use the music. Hope it gives you hell. Hope it gives you hell.
All American Rejects.
Yeah.
Imagineering in a box, Pixar in a box, storytelling.
No,
it's
that's
literally
awesome.
like full on courses about like Disney stuff. How to make rides, the art of storytelling.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. I'll definitely take a look at that and stuff like that. I am very interested in that. I'm actually. This is random, and I don't know if I'll ever have time in my busy life. Hopefully, if Obi makes me a millionaire. But I have an idea for a show where all the characters. It's an adult-themed kind of show where all the characters are the planets, but they're all personified in our solar system.
I remember you drew that. It was like
the cloud. Yeah. So those clouds actually are one of my episodes that I have an idea for. They're actually, I changed them to antimatter. So what is antimatter? There's a lot of science involved in the show, but what is matter? Matter is a material. It could be a solid object. It could be gas, liquid, and stuff like that. So antimatter just is the opposite of matter. It's antimatter, and the whole thing is a protest on them in space, and they're trying to say all matter matters. All matter matters, and they're like antimatter doesn't matter, and like the courts are ruling that they don't matter, and then by the end of the court ruling, end of the episode, they end up mattering. The court decides
they do matter,
and then they all cease to exist because they're not antimatter anymore.
Interesting.
So
that sounds really fun. I know Dustin, you do anime. Steph, have you ever done any animation, or have you done any type of drawing?
He knows he's watching Randy if he's smart.
Yeah, I used to paint. I wish I had my paintings in here. Let me see if I have pictures. Yeah.
I should probably make my character NFTs.
This is some of the art I've done. I made this piece.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Cusco. Cusco's poison. The poison made specifically for Cusco. Oh, nice. Powerline.
Nice.
Those are really good.
Yeah, these are really
Thanks.
good. I like these.
Yeah, I try to paint. I used to paint. This was during quarantine. I was painting a lot.
Oh wow! Did you ever commission those, like, or get them to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna"?
I tried to. I said Jessica Rabbit was my favorite. I painted these Vans.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is awesome. I've always wanted to, once in my life, make some type of shoe that would be mine exclusively.
I just never know how much to sell like my artwork for. Like,
make them NFTs.
Imagine. I don't even think I could because it's Disney. So like,
I want to sell the art. You'd probably do well on Etsy. You'd probably do really well there. Sketch Labs. Then let's link. I want to connect and see your stuff.
I'm gonna add Nerd right now. Instagram.
Nerd Shaman. Yeah. Yes.
And
Sketch Lab. That sounds like another artist.
Yeah, I've got a few in here. There's this girl, Dr. Kate Goldstein, who I interviewed. Her husband is an artist, and he got on the stream afterwards. And all right, Steph, you got got
sell me artwork.
I would say, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think your time is worth? $30 an hour, and let's say it took you, I don't know, let's say 8 hours to do that, so $240 a piece. Give or take.
That's way too expensive for me. I was charging people like $60 and they thought it was too expensive.
I'm trying to upsell you right here. This is
I'm saying I don't want to overcharge people.
I don't paint much. Why is my face in the way? I'm just gonna move out of the way. I did that while I was on acid, and I painted over it like 8 times, and it kept changing as I went. But
that looks so cool.
And then I bought that while I was on shrooms for way too much money. I spent, but the details in this thing are crazy. There's that. Like,
no, I love it.
It's the sun. God. The sun up there is like, it's wild how detailed. This guy took like 6 months to paint that thing.
I got a cool one. I don't, the guy that do like that spray paint art in Times Square.
Yes.
Yeah. I love those TikToks. Oh.
High school and inner city communities.
It's so nice, awesome. Right?
Oh wow. Yeah, that's right.
It's I love so nice.
That's a talent in itself.
And I bought it on the spot because it was so nice.
So Nerd Shaman's gonna be going on tonight. I'll take a look at that.
Night.
Okay. And then, let's get to that show. Actually, what do you? YouTube.
I'm guessing. Veve.
You know.
Wait, no.
Randy, you broke my fear. By the way, I've always wanted to like be on something. Like I've always contemplated making a YouTube or something, and I've always been afraid of doing it. But this is definitely fun.
Oh yeah, you gotta. This is great. We just chill. We just talk, and we take questions from the audience. Kobe Collects comes on and does giveaways. Yeah.
I feel like if I had something, it would be very astronomy, physics focused, mixed with Nintendo and random things on random days.
Wow. And Toss Me a Sniper really likes that artwork as well. Steph, when did you get into that? I don't remember you doing that when we were younger.
Doing what?
Did you get just drawing and stuff? Did you get into it when you were in like middle school?
I went to school for it. I went to school for art at Frank Sinatra School of the Arts.
Oh wow!
So
that's awesome.
Steph, give
jelly.
Shoot whatever you think. And just be advised, Kobe Collects gave me an NFT worth like $300 just to be on my freezer. Like that's per month, and he gave me another something to be on the fridge handle over.
Sheesh.
Over here.
What about the vegetable tray?
I don't know how we can communicate because I don't have social media. Do you have his number? You could send him my number.
He's in Canada. He's in Canada. Why did I say Canada? He can message me on Twitter, and then I'll text it over to you, and you can text it over to me, and then okay. Cool.
All right, we'll make it happen.
Something right now, good sir.
Nerd Shaman, I added you. I'm Justin Apple Pie.
Love the content. Shout out to Indian friend Suk Madik, who proposed to his girlfriend today.
Oh,
Shout out Suk Madik.
Hey, congrats.
Did he do it at Disney? Oh, Toss Me a Sniper wants to buy some artwork also. All right, guys, message me on Twitter. I'll be the broker for Steph, and then we'll. All right, so yeah, you don't.
Now I should make an Instagram. People
You
want
gotta
to be my
get one.
friend for one.
I get one now.
Yeah, we have a space lover in here. Look at that. I have my fundamentals of physics over here poster.
What do you guys make of the theory that we're in a simulation and that we are not real? Like we are an alien version of the Sims. Like there are aliens out there and they made the Sims and we are them.
If I get high enough,
I believe it if I'm high enough.
Can fall down the deepest rabbit hole of just sitting here thinking, is this really all real? Like, am I even really alive? Am I a real thing?
It doesn't make sense when you there was someone's TikTok the other day that he was just in an airport and there's like 800 people there and he just like posts like there's no dialogue. He just posts on things like there's no way these are all real people. And just that thought, like, yeah, a lot of them people might be NPCs or like, how do you tell if you're conscious? Like this to me, the whole last few years seemed like a fever dream where getting big on YouTube, I get a lot of, doing really good on Tesla stock, people paying to be on my fridge. Like this makes, if I try to tell this to someone, it makes no sense. I think I'm on drugs.
People would be like, we're talking about the wildest movie script right now.
Well,
for a Netflix film.
If you were to, I've actually had this dream where Veve wasn't real. And I was trying to tell people in my dream that no, you don't understand. It's real. Like there's this company, they have Disney, they have Marvel, DC, and immediately people will be like, all right, that was your first clue. Like Marvel and DC and all these other, they would never be under one banner. It would never happen. I was like, no, you don't understand the licensing and Pokemon is like, and they said, yeah, Alcon hasn't done anything in like the past decade. And I was like, no, it was so real. Like it shouldn't be real. Like this, probability wise, this should not have happened, but it is. And I am so absolutely how lucky we are to get to.
No, of course, we're living in a crazy time right now.
Yes, we are.
Oh, so I was in basic training when the world was supposed to end. What happened in December of 2012? I get out of basic training and like the Pope steps down and other crazy stuff. Like what happened during that?
I mean, I went to Disney like the next month, so I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Steph, do you remember that? December 2012?
I do. We all thought as soon as it turned midnight, we were about to be offed.
So what did you do in preparation for that?
Honestly, I was nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought that there might be a potential like terrorist attack again because of what happened the year before, and now the world is going to end in 2012. I don't know what's going to happen. I was scared.
Yeah.
I definitely joked about it a lot.
I remember, Justin, you might remember him, John Sarides and Louis, I forget his last name, but these two kids that we used to go to school with, they were going to rent and Louis something. They were going to rent a cabin in the woods.
I actually bought for like a week. Fast. I used to have turtles. They gave me their turtles, and I had them for 8 years before I had.
I remember those turtles. Yeah.
Yep.
But they were going to rent a cabin, and they were going to do a whole bunch of illegal substances. Like, if we die, then we spend the last week partying, and if we don't die, then the last week of partying is going to be like, okay, we just spent an amazing week together.
Yep,
but Steph, you didn't. Yeah. So there was no like party preparations. There was no like if you thought that it was really going down.
No, I was nervous.
Oh, all right.
Maybe it's just me.
Harambe. Rip.
Oh, Harambe. Yeah. Have you guys ever had any Mandela effects? Like, no, I swear, Kit Kat was this way. Berenstein Bears was this way. You ever have that with Disney?
Disney.
I don't think so.
Like in the beginning of some movies, people swear that like Tinkerbell, like
I'm your father.
Yeah.
Tinkerbell didn't do that. She didn't go like.
So apparently there's 3 different versions of Tinkerbell. She like her wand explodes, like her wand doesn't work, and one where she doesn't do anything. Or I don't know.
Honestly, I might be confusing Tinkerbell though with all the random Disney Channel stars that were like, "Hi, I'm Hilary Duff, and you're watching the dun 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 dun."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
did you guys ever grow out of Disney? Because I felt a little out of place when I was like I just watched like Hannah Montana. I was like, you know what, this is a little weird. A little weird.
I went through like a weird little phase where I felt like, no, I'm too old for this. I should probably not like it as much as I should. And then that didn't last long, and you spend a little bit of time at the parks and you're sucked right back in.
oh my! So Hollywood Studios, man, 2013, like 3 times a day. I was like, because we, well, hold on, wait. This was before Camp Rock. I hated Camp Rock, but High School Musical, the like they did like a parade 3 times a day at certain times every day, and it was like they were like not really talking, but they were pretending they were talking, and then they would act and stuff. So they were like, "Are you guys ready to have a great time?" And it was like so animated and crazy, and like they're not panting, they're not breathing heavily, and I'm like, okay, this is clearly like whatever. But when I heard that for the first month, I was like ecstatic because I loved High School Musical at the time. I remember the premiere. I was in South Carolina at my grandma's house, and then all of a sudden, I never watched Camp Rock. Camp Rock comes out, and then it's like, "Cause we rock, da 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 da," and every freaking day, it was like I was like, I hate my life. I hate Camp Rock, and I'm never watching this movie.
It's funny.
And then I watched it, and I think I actually liked one of the songs, but whatever.
All right. So did you ever have anything that you didn't like at Disney? Like, I wish they could get rid of this.
Yep. Breaking up.
We lost it. We lost it.
Wi-Fi. Losing Wi-Fi. Go back.
there. Okay, she's back.
Sorry, I just moved my iPad back to the charger.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good. Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs? We hear you. Oh, she's frozen again. I don't know what maybe she's too far away from the router. Oh no, no, she's back. She's back for a second.
She'll come.
Okay. Do. So I guess while she's there, I'll get toss me a sniper, message me on Twitter, and we'll broker a deal for you.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely need to.
Truman Show. Yeah, Justin, you ever watch the Truman Show? People have been messing up for years. All right, it looks like we got Steph back. I forget what my question was beforehand.
That looks comfy.
Sorry, I had to get my charger.
Oh, it's all good. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned before at the beginning of the stream that that's a sick hoodie. What type of hoodie is that?
It's like a cow, like Sherpa looking.
Oh wow,
that looks great. I'd wear the fudge out of that.
So comfortable.
Yeah, apparently people met. Oh yeah, that was the thing. Did you ever have a couple things at Disney or any one thing at Disney like I could do without this? Like, this is something that I would not prefer to deal with every day.
The British tour groups.
Oh, people.
What annoyed me the most?
Because of like
Justin,
the accent.
You remember those? Do you remember the British tour groups with the leader carries the flag?
Yes, but hold on. Not the Brazilians, the Portuguese. The Portuguese. So I'm not sure if you're aware, because we were in merchantainment and we were told this by supervisors, but there was a 2 jawbreaker limit. And do you know why?
No, why?
So the tour groups used to send all these kids, and they would give them like a certain amount of money to go out and buy jawbreakers. Rumors, obviously, but we had to put a cap on them. But supposedly, what you can do is you can drill holes into jawbreakers and fill them with drugs, and then get them on a plane and smuggle them out of the country.
Oh,
interesting.
So there was rules where you couldn't sell more than 2 jawbreakers for that reason. But when they had the sheer volume, these tour groups of all these kids, they would just be like, go buy 2 Jawbreakers, and like they would literally line up, and we would sell out of Jawbreakers within like 5 to 10 minutes. It was like a crazy thing, and I was
They're
like,
the most annoying, though.
they're rude too.
Remember there was
Portuguese
one
have
night-
no manners. I mean, at Disney bar. Sorry if anyone's Portuguese. That I'm sure that you have manners, but at Disney World, they cut lines. They think they're entitled to things. It was very
So that's why I didn't like
I
them.
noticed that they play stupid a lot to get what they want too.
What was the thing with the British? What were the cause of them being
So
annoying?
music.
They come in like large groups, and they have a leader, and the leader is always in the front with this flag, and they just go through Disney in this big group but they're obnoxious. They're not like considerate of the space that they take up or the noise that they're making, or
nope.
Like I noticed that when I was at Rock and Roller Coaster and they came through, they were just like it was a hassle just to get them grouped into groups of 2 to sit into the roller coaster. Like why is it that difficult to group your whole group together? You don't even know how many people are in your group. I said, how many people need me to sit?
Sound off. One.
It took them a second. They had to go down, count 30 people.
They would always chant too, and regardless of which group it was.
Wait, they chant?
They would always chant. They would have songs, and it was just very obnoxious, and it would drown out the Disney vibe, kind of.
Yes,
if that made sense.
It took away
the
Disney feel of things, depending on where they were.
You couldn't break through their chain of humans, like you couldn't walk past them; they would block the road. There
was one night one of my friends was working at he was a monorail driver, but at the time he wasn't driving monorails. He was just like on the platform.
Yeah.
And the whole group went up on the platform to get on the monorail to go back to the transportation and ticket center. They let the entire group of people on except the leader with the flag. They were all panicking. Like, what do we do now? Because our leader got left behind.
Oh, that's great. They took out the general. So everyone's really asking for you guys to come back on again. I guess the next time we have a big Disney drop, I'll get you guys back on like the night before.
I'm down.
Hopefully that works with your schedules.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas.
I guess Nino Blue recognizes Steph's accent, the New York accent.
The New York.
Looking all New York. What about so what do you guys think about the Disney store? Or out of the golden moments, what's your favorite outside of Walt?
I heard they took that away.
Golden moments. I really like the Pixar truck.
Yeah.
The Pizza Planet
Reason
truck?
being, it's an
Pizza
Easter egg.
Planet, wow.
Okay, the Easter egg
It's
is in
one of
every
those
movie.
hidden things in so many Disney movies. Isn't
the ball too? Like the ball with the star on it?
Yeah, the ball too.
If you look at have you looked at the Mickey Sorcerer's hat on one of the? If you look at a reflection, like the reflection on one of it looks like you see a star and a ball. I forget on Mickey Sorcerer's hat.
Mickey Sorcerer.
On the NFT itself?
Yeah, on the NFT, if you look at it, it looks like it has a reflection in it that is. Does the ball have a star on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Then yeah, it looks
has
like
2 rings, I think, too, and it's like white.
Yeah.
Let's see, Disney Star Ball Pixar. I don't know what to Google. Yep, it's a red star, yellow ball with a blue line wrapped around the middle.
Yeah. If you look at it closely, it looks like the reflection of it is the ball with a star. I forget which one. Well, you have to look at it a certain way, but someone found it. I was like, oh, damn.
I know someone else asked this earlier. I saw on Facebook. Do you think they're gonna make any more golden moment Disney NFTs, or you think that's done?
I hope so.
They
should have made a Snow White one. Not that I'm a Snow White fan, but
no, but I agree with you because Snow White is like monumental for Disney.
Yeah, that was that the first?
It was the first ever full-length Disney film that came out, and
major motion picture. Yeah. So probably, yeah, I remember having that when I was younger. The VHS copy got out of the Disney vault. Okay, so I guess again they haven't done like any Beauty and the Beast. They haven't done that. Again, they are doing Goofy here, but you know they don't really have any. I would love it if they would have Lion King, and I would love it if they had weather in the Veve verse, so that I could put like people like Aladdin and people that were in like the desert or in really hot climates. I'd put those characters there. I'd put Elsa like with
Listen, all I'm saying is I will pay big bucks for a magic carpet. Big bucks for a magic carpet.
That would be great. Golden Moment Series 2.
Show you the digital world. The shining, shimmering.
I can show you the Veve-verse.
Give me all of your money.
Dude, I can't wait for that. So I do think it'll be out this year. The Veve-verse, like the second half of this year. And I'll talk to you guys some crazy theories after we stop going live, after we're off camera there. But
no, of course. And I'm a big fan of I bought this fun little thing. I decided to start investing in Facebook.
Oh, you got one.
I got one too,
I was
dude.
looking at that the other day. Is it worth it?
Honestly,
you have to pay for every game though.
It's because you have to support each developer individually. Everything's very small. There's this one game.
Fair though.
No, it's definitely fair. But there's this one game made by Justin Rowland and the people who made Stanley Parable, and it's called Accounting Plus. That's what made me buy the game. I played a trial and I was like, this is ridiculous. I love it. But
what made me interested in it was I saw someone was doing like a graffiti art on a wall of Spider-Man.
Oh.
There's actually
like, what is this? I need to know what this is.
I think it's called hold on a second. I'll find it for you and then we'll continue talking, but I'll just talk to you now for it. There's an app in here, and in that app you basically can almost essentially create a game, and you can draw 3D and you can make the stuff and you can connect components to it and make it assign attributes to it. So like you can make a car and you can tell it to drive and stuff like that. So it's very cool. I tried screwing around with it for 4 to 6 hours, and it requires time and patience, and I don't think anyone's ever actually made a full project on it, to be honest with you, because it's a lot. Like, it's an interesting concept. It's not there yet, but and this is technically the second generation of this device, so technically it's pretty fun. It's pretty in there. I enjoy screwing around in the digital movie theaters. There are apps where I think it's called Cinema something, but you can basically, some person pays to play a movie. Let's say it's Will Smith movie night. They play a bunch of Will Smith movies. You can join their movie theater and sit in a seat. But while you're there, you can terrorize everyone in the movie and throw tomatoes at them and dump popcorn on their heads. And you can draw penises like in front of their face and they can't see the movie and stuff like that. So it's like it's a lot. Me and my friends, I hang out with a lot of band people. We all kind of we go in there on a community night and we're like, okay, let's go ruin movie night for people, like type of thing. We're being wild, throwing tomatoes and throwing all sorts of things.
That sounds fun. I'd totally do that.
But again, it's all gestures. There's no sound, so it's all like it's all body language because you can see your hands and your face and all that stuff.
That'd be fun. I got Beat Saber, and I got like a bowling game, and I got an arena game where you're taking like axes and you're fighting other people. It's pretty fun. But I definitely want to get more.
The Resident Evil game.
So that's a yes to my question. We do think there's going to be more golden moments.
Yes. They definitely, like I said, they have the ability, like they have the characters, and there's a lot of other characters that are definitely golden moment worthy. So
Right.
I'd say yes.
Do you think that they might just keep it Disney Plus Day exclusives?
Oh, every year?
That would be interesting.
That would be really interesting. Like, yeah, I could picture it on a Disney Plus Day. Maybe they do something from each generation or each, like if they have from each decade, Snow White, and then they have like Dumbo, and then they have Aristocats, and then they have something else.
That could also make value on
to Toy Story
golden moments crazy if they come out once a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be.
It has to be really meaningful though, and to actually, now that I think about it, what was the point of Frozen then being a golden moment? How was that like revolutionary?
I mean, yeah, they gave her the first Disney princess on the app, which is really weird that they did her.
It is weird.
You know what it is? It could also be the fact that it came out around a time. It's like a movement where Disney was finally straying away from the Disney trope of a female falling for the.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, it's a lot easier for things to be crazy popular now because the internet and stuff. But the only other time I really remember people going absolute crazy for a Disney song, and I know it's happened over the years, but outside of Let It Go, I really remember it was Hakuna Matata, where everyone was singing it. Unless there's something that I'm missing in between, like, no, actually this happened in like 2007 or 2000 or 98.
I think so. Hakuna Matata is probably it. You Got a Friend in Me, Toy Story, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, Let's Get Down to Business by Mulan. That one was that's a popular karaoke one. Let's get down to business, you know. So, but yeah, I don't. The only other one I remember was that one. But yeah, they have a lot of good characters, and Disney Plus Day, you know, something they can do every year. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, especially if they release like the Anna to the Elsa.
Oh, sheesh. That'd be great. Or Olaf to the Elsa, or anything. Right. But I think the people that got Walt this year, they also got a free year of Disney Plus, which is cool. I don't know how I guess I could do that each year also. Spend thousands on this and get 12 months of Disney Plus.
Because the reason why I'm saying, do you think it might be yearly, is because when you click on like the Golden Moments tab, like when you go to brands, it says like Disney Plus on there, like Disney Plus Golden Moments. So I'm thinking that they might just release them if it's like something Disney Plus specific.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Randy. Maybe you we could speculate, I guess.
Okay.
So obviously, you know, we have some Disney things on our app, and we have, you know, Cartoon Network and stuff like that. But one thing I've noticed is technically, yes, we don't have exclusivity rights. So theoretically, you know, Disney can shop and do all sorts of things and other things. And I've always been curious because like no one's actually doing it. And obviously I'm not a license. I've always been interested in licensing and stuff like that. I know we have a crazy person in our community that is very big and well known, but I always wondered how that works. Like on top of having to pay to, for example, every single Pokemon stuffed animal I have, if it's not officially made by Pokemon Center, then it's usually a Tommy brand, which is another like you know, there's Hasbro and all sorts of other toy stuff like that. So does like what does Veve have to pay, for example, Nintendo to, well, this is something for later if Pokemon ever does get on the thing, but let's say, what would they have to pay Disney to get the licenses to each individual franchise? Because they'd have to, there's a lot of administrative work that has to go into this, because each franchise is a separate company, I would assume, or a separate studio with different.
So they would. There's a couple of things that would go into it, and depending on the way Disney did it, if they said, "Hey, here's a new line number," and the new line number is, did premium digital collectibles, and previously the last quarter there was zero money that was made because it didn't exist, and now there's stuff that exists, so you're actually getting more profit than did last quarter. If it's successful, great. Disney didn't pay anything to do it, or even if it's not successful, it doesn't matter. Disney didn't pay anything for it; they can get rid of it. But if it is successful, Disney makes a little bit of money, and that's a whole new brand.
So it's percentage based. So, for example, Nickelodeon's
part of it is.
Nickelodeon specifically is well known because they basically license out their franchise everywhere to random mama pop sock companies. They don't care, anywhere and anywhere they get their merchandise out there.
It's so true, though. Because if you think about it, like if there's one thing that you could probably find anywhere, it's a SpongeBob something.
And if you look, you probably never heard of that slipper brand before. You know what I mean? Or you never heard of that. Do I have nothing SpongeBob. That's crazy. I collect so much weird stuff.
That is crazy. But they also, if you're asking, like, could Disney license it out anywhere else? They could license out other NFT projects to other places, but the other NFTs that other projects are going to try to create cannot be 3D premium digital collectibles. They could be like 2D. They could be like every other.
Okay, so there's not a patent, but there's a
clause in there that says they could only, other companies that would go to do it can only do like JPEGs, or they could only do 2D stuff, but we have the rights to 3D.
Okay.
So
that's monumental. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
And the other object of that is how they got to pay for it. Most likely they gave them some OMI. Most likely they, the founders were like, hey, take some OMI for this. And I said, okay. Maybe they gave them 100 million OMI, something like that.
I always found it interesting because, like, obviously brands are very selective with who they choose to dish out their IPs to. Not talking about Nickelodeon, because Nickelodeon is anything that makes the money. They're like, license it out to everything. Yeah. But like Disney, I would assume, is very exclusive with that. Nintendo is super. Forget it. Nintendo has to have their hands in everything that they do.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm sure that they got it is because
Danny Phantom.
Well, I'm sure the reason why we got Disney and why Disney chose to go with us, along with the United States Postal Service and Marvel DC, is I'm pretty sure we got the Pokemon license first with Nintendo, and they used that as a bargaining chip. Hey, we have this. Come on board.
I would agree with you.
This is the part where your chat's like, "Oh no, confirm."
Because Disney doesn't just dip their toes in anything. They need some type of.
They're strategic.
Evidence or proof that whatever they're getting into is going to 100% work, or they will not involve themselves.
I wish I can find it for this Danny Phantom fan in here. I have a ashtray that is Danny Phantom with a Newport background.
I'm surprised they did that.
I mean, that's obvious. Listen, things in smoke shops are not really licensed. Let's be honest.
Okay.
They're not paying for the licenses.
Gotcha. But yeah, that is the. So that's the reason.
But okay. Yeah, no, I was just wondering, because it's always been on my mind. Like obviously, for example, and I'm not trying to stir up the pot here, but like Recur, I'm not really heavily invested in it, and I haven't been paying too much attention, but I did sign up. I think in my trust wallet, I think I got some type of founding thing for like starting an account and putting some money in.
Yeah.
But not really paying attention to it or anything. But I do know, like, with some of their licenses, I'm assuming they're going for the licenses that do shop around and put stuff everywhere, if that makes sense. So I'm assuming later on down the line, what they have made, maybe theirs is exclusive to their app, but eventually you're going to find another version of, let's say, SpongeBob on a different app. I'm surprised Nickelodeon doesn't do this themselves, or I'm surprised I'm surprised Disney doesn't develop their own app. It's crazy, but
I'm sure they will be doing. Again, they did apply for a metaverse license or a permit, so they will be doing something of their own.
Do you think they're going to compete with Facebook, or do you think Facebook's going to be the dominant one since they already have?
So here's my thing with Facebook.
Or not Facebook. What's it called now? Meta.
Meta. They don't work with other companies. They only try to buy other companies, and they also. Kudos to Mark Zuckerberg, who is trying his very best to hang on. But what happened when Facebook was kind of like going out and Instagram was kicking its butt? Well, he bought Instagram. What happened with Snapchat was he tried to buy Snapchat.
They tried to buy it, but they would not sell. And
they wouldn't do it. So Facebook, this is like a Hail Mary shot. And it is going to work slightly where he hired 10,000 people specifically to build the metaverse for Facebook, for Meta. But it will not. It's like having the world's best baseball players, and then they're going to be good at that particular metaverse, but they will not hold a candle to Akomi's Viviverse or Disney's metaverse when that comes out.
Do you think that Facebook would allow for other verses to be in the metaverse by paying a fee to acknowledge that user base?
So my theory is that Disney and Disney's metaverse and Vive's metaverse, they'll be interoperable, and you'll be able to take, because again, for Disney to go and say and to start like their own project or start wherever and say, oh hey, you can only get these particular characters on this one, and then the rest of the characters are on this app, or the rest of the Marvel comic books are on this app, and that doesn't make sense. So it would make a lot of poetic sense for Disney to go and say, hey, this is it's interoperable. You can use their characters on our app and our characters on their app. Not confirmed. It just makes the most sense.
No, of course.
I think that's highly possible too. It makes the most sense.
Yeah. But my back is dying. I've been sitting in this chair for like 3 hours. 3+ hours. I did like 3 other podcasts today. So I'm going to end the stream. Any final thoughts to the viewers, and then I do want to talk to you guys for a couple minutes after we end the stream.
Appreciate anybody who stayed in the entire time.
And thanks for watching, everybody.
Fun.
Toss me a sniper. Yeah, you buy that ashtray.
Compliments. That's all appreciated.
Yeah, they love you guys. They love you. They really love you. All right, thank you guys for the super chats. I love you. Everyone say bye to Dashi. Bye,
Till next time.
Bye, Dashi.